veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
Calling out political theft by the left. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right, all
Chris
along.
Foster, Fox News. A body found in Wyoming is confirmed to be Gabby Petito. A medical examiner says she was killed. How is still being determined. She went missing during a road trip with her boyfriend, and there's a manhunt for him at a nature reserve in Florida.
The manner of death has been ruled a homicide. Gabby's family says they will make a statement once her body has been brought back home. Brian Laundrie remains the only person of interest, and yesterday the search resumed for him at the Carlton Reserves.
Fox's Carly Shimkus. The House passes a bill that would avoid a partial government shutdown at the end of the month, but Senate Republicans plan to block it there.
The combined spending bill would extend current government funding into early December, provide disaster relief for hurricane-hit states, and provide funding for Afghans to resettle in the U.S. It also suspends the U.S. debt limit through next year. That is the source of Republican opposition and sets up a Senate showdown. At least 10 Republicans would need to support the package in the Senate to overcome a filibuster. The Treasury Department warns it will run out of cash reserves sometime next month without a debt limit increase. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
President Biden is back at the White House after addressing the United Nations General Assembly, not mentioning disputes with China directly.
He did say,
"We are not seeking a new Cold War or a world divided into rigid blocks."
that non-mention of China had Republican Senator Tom Cotton telling Fox,
He was like a scared child from a Harry Potter novel who wouldn't say Voldemort's name because he was afraid about what might happen.
Meanwhile, Chinese leader Xi told the UN disputes among countries need to be handled through dialogue and cooperation.
Fox's Jill Nato. Brazil's health minister, meantime, tests positive for coronavirus in New York for the UN General Assembly. He's said to be doing okay and plans to quarantine in the city for 2 weeks. He said last week he was vaccinated. America's listening to Fox News.
When there's nothing left that makes any sense. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right, all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. A very quiet start to the morning drive across Southwest Florida. We are crash and incident free right now throughout Lee, Collier, and Charlotte counties. Driving up and down 75 and 41 should have very clear commutes out there right now. The bridges from the Cape into Fort Myers taking you about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction with no slowdowns out there right now. Heading from North Fort Myers into downtown, very similar quiet conditions early on this morning. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the work week, and we continue on with a wet weather pattern. A few showers will remain possible as we head throughout this morning, but more scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon, capable of producing some heavy rain and the potential to see some additional localized flooding. Highs today topping off in the upper 80s, lower 90s across the area. We'll keep with a few showers as we head into this evening, and even Thursday morning could feature a few areas of rain across the coast with more scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon and a high of 90 degrees. We keep with that chance for scattered storms into Friday and the upcoming weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
True relief for back and neck pain. Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis sciatica, bulging disc neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
You've waited for the right deals, the lowest prices, and absolute best offers. Get them all now. During an event so massive, it can only happen at Sutherland. The total used car clearance at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. The biggest used car event of the year. Thursday through Sunday. Over 500 used vehicles. Get payments from $99 a month. $37 down delivers. Prices from $39.98. Guaranteed credit approval. At Sutherland, Florida's #1 dealer. It's the total used car clearance. Shop largest selection of used cars. Your opportunity to buy for $99 a month with used car prices from $39.98. Absolute best offers. Massive savings. This truly is the savings event you've been waiting for, but hurry. It's through Sunday only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car mega store. Online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
No matter what it's like outside, Train makes it comfortable inside. You can get a great deal now on a new heating and cooling system at Train. Visit traininfo.com. Visit traininfo.com to find your local dealer and more, because it's hard to stop a train.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Bro, I love this song. Me too. It's the perfect soundtrack for picking out Winn-Dixie's guaranteed fresh produce. So refreshingly fresh. Know what else is music to my ears? What's that, my Winn-loving twin? Opening up my app to see we've earned so many points. That all the groceries in our cart are free. Winn-Dixie has the best quality and winning rewards. I love the sound of that. Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win. Terms apply. See store WinDixie.com for details.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching the program and subscribing to the podcast. Just type in Drew Steele to any of your favorite podcast locations. Sad to hear yesterday, Teton County Coroner Dr. Brent Blue confirming that the human remains found there in Teton National Forest were indeed 22-year-old Gabby Petito, missing since August, and they've ruled it a homicide, so we're waiting. I guess today we'll get an update from the autopsy results to find out the cause of death, and still the investigation goes on, the search continues for the boyfriend there, Brian Laundrie, person of interest. Anyone concerning Mr. Laundrie's role in the matter or his current whereabouts should contact the FBI. FBI now involved in this, searching for anyone who may have camped out in that area, may have contacted them or seen the vehicle. And so we continue to watch the story, and as we get more updates later on today, certainly we'll have them here for you at 92.5 Fox News. So a sad end here, and certainly the investigation continues into this story and how people were describing this yesterday. And I'm trying to see if I could find this this piece of audio. And again, you know, the idea that if the search is continuing in this specific area there near Northport in the Sarasota area, that particular area, as has been described by many, is certainly just like every other area in the state of Florida. When you're talking about preserves, you're talking about landmass areas, you're talking about what the area is described as.
I ride my bike out there quite often, and you just sink in. It's not worth it. There's so much water. Like normally when you go out there in the wintertime when it's dry, you see all kinds of alligators. There's so much water you don't even see the alligators. I wouldn't want to be out there.
Yeah, that is a resident near the preserve who was describing the conditions there in the area of the search, the Carlton Reserve, just like other places you can imagine here in Southwest Florida. So as people are looking for Laundrie, it's going to be one of those situations. If that's the area that he's in, what the conditions are like and what his condition is, certainly after all is said and done as well. So we'll continue to watch this story. And as we get more information, we'll get it to you certainly this morning and the rest of the afternoon. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Once again, if you want to call and comment on anything we're talking about today, the concerns along the southern border as we get more information on some of what has been transpiring and whether or not we're getting the truth. You know, we have this crisis of trust in the country, and as you can imagine, as we get information from this White House, from this administration, from the Department of Homeland Security, the story that they seem to be telling is quite different than some of the things that you find out on the ground. I know it sounds outrageous. So the Red State had this story today about the border crisis in Del Rio. Obviously, the talk of it being caused by this administration. Joe Biden has this all over his hands, and now there seems to be a second attack on DHS agents. Did you know that there was a first attack? They were reporting, Red State, about how Haitians who were boarding a bus from Del Rio to Brownsville, they attacked the DHS staff who were guarding them and hijacked the bus. Did you hear about that? Some of the staff were injured. Some of the illegals attempted to escape, but they rounded them up. A lot of the problems that we're not hearing about with these issues along the border. That's just one. And then you have even more than that. But the story, again, of what's happening along the border, the 14,000 plus Haitians we were told along the border, questions about how they got there, how they were funded, how did all of this happen? And Newsmax was along the border. Tom Bensman, who is a security fellow at the Center for Immigration Studies, had a perspective that a lot of people haven't been talking about. Maybe they've mentioned it in passing, but again, you'd be surprised how much you can learn by speaking to people on the ground. And I'm kind of taking a little detour here, but I'll bring it back again. Remember, it was just the other day that we were talking about the homeless situation and the panhandling that's going on here in Southwest Florida, and it's amazing to me how even in my time in Salt Lake City for the year and the awful conditions that they have with regard to the homeless there. And not once did any elected official, anybody that I talked to, say anything about talking to these individuals and finding out who they were, where they were from, getting details on their life so that specifically each homeless person, each person panhandling could be addressed the proper way. The humane way, if you will, as we're told, the thing to do when it comes to individuals is to just give them what they need. If there's somebody that's panhandling or they're homeless, give them blankets, give them tents, give them a place that they can go, because that's the compassionate thing to do. And I say no, the compassionate thing to do would be to talk to them to find out specifically who they are, and so you can help them the right way, because you don't know what the conditions are. And too often, that gets missed. It's just this bureaucracy that comes along that says, we've got everything handled along the border. The DHS Secretary Mayorkas still insisting. You wouldn't believe the audio that I'm going to play. I got to find this, but when I heard it, I couldn't believe what was being said. Senator Ron Johnson, who was addressing the DHS Secretary yesterday about the border and how and the problems there, and the DHS Secretary is saying, no, we've got it under control. What? But again, getting back to the reason why I bring up the talking to people on the ground. Because that's exactly what Todd Bensman did along the border, the Center for Immigration Studies. He's authored a book called America's Covert Border War, and did actually take the time to talk to people there and find out what they were doing there, how they got there. And it tells an interesting story. Listen to this.
I have never yet met a single Haitian in a year of interviewing Haitians who are coming to the border who are actually from Haiti. None of these people are from Haiti. Not one of them are from Haiti. They're living in Chile and Brazil for years and years in prosperity, with jobs, with resident status, with work authorization. And they were waiting out the Trump administration, and they tell me that, until the Biden administration came in and they perceived that the border was open because it was. They were, receiving selfies and all the rest. So then they came.
Do you see? Did you know this part of it? So the reason why you have buses being hijacked, well, not hijacked, but, I guess that's one way to put it, but when the Haitians were on board a bus from Del Rio to Brownsville and attacked the DHS staff who were guarding them, when you have what we come to find out there on the ground at Port-au-Prince as some, not all, being deported, of the 3,300 so far processed over the weekend under the bridge, only 327 were sent on flights out of Haiti. So like 10%. Where's the rest of them? Where did they go? You can probably imagine they're being released into the U.S. That's a whole other issue. But the reason why they're fighting back is because that's not their home anymore. That they've been sitting and waiting in Chile and other countries, and they've been sitting and waiting for the moment when the Trump administration was gone, when somebody would come along like a Biden and open up the borders, and here they are. That they've been living in prosperity, that they have the money to make the trip because they've been living in other countries and they've been just fine there. But looking to get here, in other words, this is for economic purposes. This wasn't because there was an earthquake in Haiti like the left have been telling you, like Democrats have constantly said about this situation. It's people fleeing. The reason why we have to treat this situation differently is because these are individuals who have been fleeing Haiti, the earthquake. It's been, remember, the whole discussion of how did they do this? How did they pay for this? How did they get here? And again, that question being asked.
None of it is true, and it's a bogus lie. I'm here to tell you, all anybody has to do is interview these guys, and they will tell you where they're from and how long they've been living in these cities, Santiago and Sao Paulo. They're from Rio de Janeiro, and they've been living there for years. None of these people are fleeing earthquakes.
None of them are fleeing earthquakes. It's a flat-out lie. And again, most of them are being deported. Most of them are not being deported, just a few of them. Rather, they're being bussed. Here we go again. On buses, secretly bussed out to locations all across the country. And that's only 327 have been sent out on flights. And by the way, there was chaos, no coordination with Haitian authorities. In Port-au-Prince, they basically just dumped all of their belongings right there on the tarmac. Newly deported migrants storming back into the airport in Port-au-Prince. The flight crew of these planes had to lock the doors. Shoes were being thrown at the aircraft in desperation. And people are like, why? What's going on here? And the reason why is because they don't want to go back to Haiti because that's not their home. It hasn't been for years because they got out and have been waiting for the time to move north to be able to get into the country to have a situation where the border would be exactly the way it is right now. To where they would go to a location like Del Rio, Texas. Why Del Rio, Texas? Because apparently that location is one of the least trafficked by cartels. So it's the cheapest location to go. So another twist in what is happening along the border, you have, oh, by the way, hey, does anybody have any breaking news on the border czar? the vice president, Kamala Harris?
Breaking news.
A bombshell.
Oh, we do. Good. Hey, this just in. She's got something to say about what's going on along the border. Even though she's not there and she's really been sight unseen for the longest time. Oh, but she's got something to say. Hold on.
What I saw depicted about those individuals on horseback treating human beings the way they were is horrible. And I fully support what is happening right now, which is a thorough investigation into exactly what is going on there.
Okay, you know what she's talking about. She's talking about the whips, the horses and the pretend, the whips, but they were the reins of the horses. Remember that whole thing?
I don't even recognize that voice.
Okay, but that's the vice president of these United States. That's Kamala Harris.
Didn't even know we had
You didn't?
one.
Okay, you didn't know. That's something people don't.
But human beings should never be treated that way, and I'm deeply troubled about it. The whole point is that we have to understand Haiti. I mean, talk about a country that has just experienced so much tragedy that has been about natural disasters.
All right, we can't. Okay, so there you go. There's the national disaster talk, and that's what's happening here. And by the way, she called for an investigation into the handling of what's been happening there. Does she realize that not only is it the Biden administration that's doing this, but that she's the czar? She's the one that's supposed to be in charge of all of this. So is she calling herself out, or she's calling the Biden administration? How does that work? Yeah, that's how that works. It's confusing at best. And again, man, if I can find that piece, I got to find it. This is like something I've got to find right now as I'm talking to you, because that audio yesterday from Senator Ron Johnson, who was questioning DHS Secretary Mayorkas on Capitol Hill about the situation there, and shocked, just absolutely shocked to find out that the Homeland Security Secretary feels like, yeah, everything is fine. There's nothing to see here. This is quite an exaggeration of any problems that are going on along the border. The senator's like, what? Literally, he's shaking his head, and the expression was, I can't even believe you're saying this, but he was. All right. So again, this disaster along the border, keeping an eye on that, and some of the latest that has come out, we keep an eye on that. So again, more people being released into the United States, as we talked about it yesterday. We're going to be over 2 million plus now. And how and when does this end? The only people that are doing anything right now, it seems like, are the people that live along the border. The governor of the state of Texas yesterday, Governor Abbott, was on describing the situation and what they're having to do there, or what things look like, as he took the time to visit the border and visit Del Rio, Texas, to see for himself. Governor Abbott on Hannity's program last night.
It is almost like a third world country in this little area that Biden has put all of these migrants in, and it's a disaster, just to be blunt about it. And you've seen disasters like hurricanes that cause devastation. This is a man-made disaster made by Joe Biden. Yep, made by Joe Biden. And again, how are they handling this right now along the border in Texas? So here's what Texas is doing, because we know that Biden is not going to secure the border. So Texas is stepping up to secure the border. I signed a budget where Texas is providing $3 billion by the state of Texas to secure the border. And what we're doing with that helps stop the flow of people coming across that dam that you see there in Del Rio, because we put a steel barrier of patrol car after patrol car after patrol car added by National Guard vehicles that were miles long. And as the Border Patrol themselves articulated, as soon as the Texas Department of Public Safety and the Texas National Guard put that steel barrier of vehicles up across the border, that stopped anybody from crossing the border. Finally, that's how they were able to stop everything from happening there in the crossing of the border, was to put up this wall of vehicles. And the state of Texas is doing what they can right now.
with no help from this administration. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Hey, when we come back in just a little bit, in case you missed our interview yesterday with Gordon Chang, and he was talking about what's been happening with the markets and Evergrande, if you don't know the name and you're not sure what that's all about, something to keep an eye on, because the markets will be open up, the Asian markets opening up, and how they are looking right now with the financial situation in China. So we'll play a bit of that audio coming up. And then also this morning, a couple of things. Oh, the President of the United States at the UN. How did that go? Well, you know, a couple of things you might want to hear. Certainly a lot of it you don't want to hear, but you're going to hear it anyway. Coming up, it's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This Fox Business Report is presented by Island Air. High-quality AC repair and installation. Online at islandairfl.com. Online at islandairefl.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Amazon, Facebook, and Pfizer join a group of 33 companies vowing to hire Afghan refugees. The Justice Department files an antitrust lawsuit challenging American Airlines' partnership with JetBlue, claiming it will curb competition and cause higher fares. American says the DOJ is wrong. Meantime, the FAA is asking airlines to help curb incidents involving unruly passengers and to come up with plans by the end of the week. Demand for toilet paper is up, and that's prompting Costco to alert online customers their orders may be a bit delayed. And stocks ended mixed after Monday's plunge. The Dow fell 50 points yesterday. The Nasdaq gained 32. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. We're on the phone with our good friend TJ Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples. And listen, TJ, we know that when you're calling, something big is going on, something special is happening at Floor Meisters. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the almost 1 million square feet of CoreTech inventory on hand. Talk about that.
Yes, I have the biggest selection in Southwest Florida, and I also probably have the biggest stock of CoreTech. Got almost 1 million square feet. I'm ordering it every day to keep up with demand and to make sure it's here, ready to go when you need it. I've got trucks rolling in every day. I'm buying for 3 to 4 to 5 months out to make sure you've got it. If you got a contractor who needs some floor and they can't get it, come see me. We probably have it here.
So when it comes to CoreTech, listen, you know where to go. The selection's unbelievable at Floor Meisters. And if you're a homeowner, contractor, installer, and you can't find what you're looking for, now's the time to visit their store at 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco, or online at floormeisters.com.
Sales desk, this is Marty.
Hey, Marty, it's time to get paid.
Paid for what?
Paid for your trade.
Okay.
Victory Lane Chevrolet is paying over book value for trades, and Florida drivers are cashing in.
They're paying over book value for trades. I get it, okay.
Correctamundo, Marty. Used car values are worth more than ever. It really is the best time to trade.
Why would I pay over book value? Tell me that.
Well, why do you overcharge customers for new Chevys?
I don't overcharge.
Okay. Enjoy your new Silverado, ma'am. Get paid for your trade at Victory Lane Chevrolet and get over book value for your trade. Plus, during truck month, receive a $1,000 accessory cash allowance with your new truck. Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com.
All rebates to dealer offers do not combine. $1,000 cash accessory is for GM parts only. Expires 9/30/21.
Tune in on Sunday mornings, Fox News 92.5, Dr. Amy Robbins, and Maximize Living Radio. I'm going to be going over topics like leaky gut, weight loss resistance, how to fix your chronic aches and pains, how to deal with all of those things in a natural way, how to sleep better. So there's a different topic every single week that we're going to be covering. Tune in and get the help that you need.
What makes Genesis of Naples the #1 selling Genesis dealer in the nation? It's our incredible selection and professional sales staff. Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples. When I drive my beautiful new 2021 Genesis GV80 around town, the first thing everyone says to me is, "What is that beautiful SUV?" I tell them it's the all-new first ever SUV from Genesis. Then they usually ask, "How much does it cost?" I know it's hard to believe, but it starts at just $49.5 and a fully equipped Prestige for just over $70,000. It has an amazing interior and breathtaking design and your choice of turbo engines in rear and all-wheel drive, but that's not all. We have a huge selection of the all-new 2021 Genesis G80s and G90s. Come visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or genesisofnaples.com. I love my GV80 and you'll love it too.
All offers with approved credit on select models based on January 2021 retail sales. 72 months at $0 per month for 1,000 finance. No down payment required.
92.5 Fox News.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, stop your plans and enjoy 60% off on a large collection of diamonds, rings, bracelets, and necklaces.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here. You're invited this weekend to our 60% off sale. Come see us. Savings like no other.
Don't miss the savings at Duncan's Diamonds 60% off event.
Enormous selection. Magnificent diamonds.
This Friday and Saturday only. It's happening at Duncan's Diamonds.
An avalanche of glittering diamonds, engagement rings, wedding bands.
If it's in the showcase, it's a whopping 60% off. Now is the time to save at Duncan's Diamonds.
I want you to find the diamonds and jewelry you will love today and save 60%. And we will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on it.
Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive for the best prices on diamonds and jewelry.
This weekend only, 60% off event.
Naples at Mercado. See store for details.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, Managing Partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Wink News Traffic.
Good Wednesday morning. Off to a pretty clear start with no crashes to report right now out across Lee, Collier, and Charlotte counties. I-75 getting busy, though, in some of our hot spots, including in Fort Myers near Colonia Boulevard and Daniels Parkway. Collier County seeing a lot of volume starting to build up right around the Immokalee Road exit and heading toward Pine Ridge Road. But good news is no major delays on 75. US 41 running up to speed. And we're clear out toward Alligator Alley and the East Trail if you're taking a ride toward the East Coast this morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the work week, and we continue on with a wet weather pattern. A few showers will remain possible as we head throughout this morning, but more scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon, capable of producing some heavy rain and the potential to see some additional localized flooding. Highs today topping off in the upper 80s, lower 90s across the area. We'll keep with a few showers as we head into this evening, and even Thursday morning could feature a few areas of rain across the coast with more scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon and a high of 90 degrees. We keep with that chance for scattered storms into Friday in the upcoming weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. Most people don't know this, but in Southwest Florida, your air conditioner is designed for an outdoor temperature of about 92 degrees and the indoor temperature at 75. Well, oddly enough, it gets hotter than that in Florida in the summertime. That means that part of the year, your air conditioner is too small by design. It's the correct size for the house, but in the summertime it seems to struggle for a little while in the afternoon, which may be very normal. So don't panic. Use a NATE certified mechanic to find out the truth and make sure your machine is sized correctly. Bigger is not better in this business. The right size is the right size. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949. Locally owned and operated.
Swing into sizzling savings at Coral Oaks Golf Course in Cape Coral. Play 18 holes with cart for just $25 every day after 2 p.m. through October. Also, sign up now for the SETI Cape Coral City Championship and Roger Dean Chevrolet Pro-Am coming the weekend of October 15th. Book tee times up to 7 days in advance and get your tournament details at coraloaksgolf.com. We'll see you at Coral Oaks, where every day is a great day.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven behind the wheel of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Renee runs with us because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1 Series tractor for just $99 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Presented by LeMesa RV of Fort Myers. Get out and go to the RV show at Lee Civic Center. Go for top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, Integra, and more. Go for a massive selection of motorhomes, fifth wheels, and travel trailers. Go for huge discounts on every RV in the show. Go for free admission and parking. Go to RVShowUSA.com. Then get out and go to the air-conditioned RV show at Lee Civic Center in Fort Myers, starting Thursday.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
I work from home, so my home is also my office. And when I'm working, especially since my office is in the back room, I get all of the daytime sunshine. When I'm sitting in my office, I can tell the heat of the day is coming in because it's coming in through my old windows. So one of the benefits I experience directly, day in and day out, is having cooler temperatures in my room as a result of getting Storm Shield windows. My old windows, the heat came in, the room got hot, my air conditioning continued to work harder, and now we don't have any of that.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%. And our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
For eligible individuals 18 or older only, not available in Oregon or West Virginia. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With hearing aids from Lively, everything is done remotely in the comfort of your home, from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. So much better. With Lively, you get premium Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids at thousands less than you'd might expect. The best hearing aid technology is now affordable and convenient. Your hearing aids are sent right to your door. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week. No charge. Ah, you people at Lively are wonderful. With Lively hearing aids, you get free shipping, 3 years of follow-up care included free, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage. You can't lose. I hear better than I ever thought possible. Now get $100 off your hearing aids when you go to listenlively.com/radio. That's listenlively.com/radio. listenlively.com/radio.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Did you hear that? That was really...
What title?
That was really strange. Did you hear that at all?
Yeah, up until the title. What title?
Oh, so you did hear what was playing. That's weird because I couldn't hear what was playing on my end. Did you just... All right, let me try this again. All right. So, oh, gosh. All right, so now I'm getting the spinning beach ball. Now, hold on a second. Let's see if this works. All right, so you got that. So they found the world's oldest identical twins. And they're like 100 and what?
8, I think he said.
107 years old, is that right? No, the only reason why I'm laughing is because, you know, they obviously they claim to be. I mean, there could be identical twins that are 110 and going, They just don't, you don't hear a lot from them. They're just kind of hanging out. It's like, hey, what about us? I don't know. There could be, these could be the ones that are just the most boisterous and claim to be.
They might not have internet or TV.
Right, exactly. They could be in some remote village someplace hanging out going, hey, what about us? You don't know. They're just, maybe they're shy. They don't have a lot to say. I don't know. But anyway, so you've got 107-year-old twins. And then the inevitable comes up, and you know what that is.
No.
No, the inevitable on a situation like this would be, so what did you eat? Or what do you do to make it to 107 years old? That's always inevitable, right? When you have we've got a birthday of the oldest person living on the planet today. And it's always, there's some a woman that they'll ask, and they'll say, how did this great-great-grandmother make it to 109 years old? What's your secret? And she'll say, cigars and whiskey. It'll always be like that. It'll never be like, I eat 3 apples a day and I make sure that No. It's
always cigars and whiskey.
You better. It's always.
Or wine, a glass of wine.
Yeah, something. Nah, I don't know. I don't think it's the glass of wine. I think it's more about.
Cigars and whiskey.
Oh, it always is. I never worried about life. I have a cigar and a whiskey every day. Actually, I do a Boilermaker. It's better. You know what a Boilermaker is?
No idea.
My whole life couldn't. It was a family thing. You know what? Here's a test. Let's see who's listening. 239-479-5592. You can call or text. Anybody know what a Boilermaker is? Because all my life, that's all I heard from grandparents was, I'll get back to you in just a second. I got to go get the Boilermaker. Every day. After work. We'll see if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Maybe not. Maybe they don't. All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's, coming up in just a little bit. We'll talk more about what is going on with the President of the United States being at the UN. And did he say something that we should all kind of cringe about yesterday? Of course he did. Said a lot of things that we should cringe over. And we'll get to some of that audio in a second. If you missed the interview yesterday with the great Gordon Chang, who was joining us, you can always check it out on the podcast. Just go to Drew Steele, your favorite podcast location, and you can listen to it once again. But we were talking about, and I'll just play a little bit of what he said yesterday, because I think it's important, especially for those of retirement age, for those that are keeping an eye on their 401ks, keeping an eye on the markets. They're concerned about what has been happening, these drops, and what we may see moving forward. And I had the conversation with him about not only what's going on with China and how it's affecting the markets today and yesterday, as we talked then, but also about a story that came out, it's been a long time in the making. Because I talked to him back in 2013, and I remember speaking to him about these ghost cities in China. The fact that in China, the real estate market isn't just a place to live. The real estate market is their investments, their future, their gold, their nest egg, if you will. And how these cities were being built for the longest time with debt, and these cities laying vacant. And now we have this situation with Evergrande and a company that is, $300 billion in debt. I mean, did the two of them kind of go together? This idea of these ghost cities, these cities being built the way the Chinese treat real estate and in the past, and then the Evergreen and what's going on now?
We certainly are. A lot of apartments in China are vacant, but they're not unsold. They've been purchased, and many of them have been purchased 100% with cash. So, this is not the U.S. situation. These apartments, Drew, are like stores of value. They're like gold coins. And that means Beijing has to prop them up. Matter of fact, not very long ago, Wanda, which is another large Chinese property developer, substantially discounted apartments. It was forced to bring the price back up because if they were to discount apartments, everyone throughout the country would have to discount apartments. It's like a share of stock. Once you have one transaction, that sets the price for everybody else. Well, if you had a substantial decrease in the value of apartments, it means everybody in China would lose. So it becomes a political issue.
Right. And so now we have Evergrande that people are saying turning into a China's Lehman Brothers. I'm not really sure that I agree with that. But I guess the issue of how this is rippling through world markets right now, maybe we just explain that to everybody. What is happening here with Evergrande and what's going on in China at the moment?
Yeah. Well, the Chinese markets are closed for the Mid-Autumn Festival, both yesterday and today. But markets other than China are open, and they really reflected it yesterday. So, for instance, in Hong Kong, you had another Chinese property developer in Shanghai lose 80% of its value on Monday. And, of course, the Dow yesterday dropped, 614 points, 1.8%. We're not going to know what the Dow will do today. It probably will sort of settle back, but the point is this should have happened long ago to the Dow because they have been ignoring what's been going on in China because Evergrande is not the only Evergrande. This is a systemic problem that is choking the Chinese economy. Now, they could have a crash or probably Beijing, as you point out, this is not a Lehman moment because Beijing will try to manage the situation, but by managing the situation, they're going to choke their economy on continued on debt, which is not resolved.
Right. And that sort of the text a little bit of the collapse, the coming collapse of China, the book, and the economics there in describing what's going on in China. But at the same time, can Beijing do this? I mean, do they have the ability? Is it feckless? Is it like they just didn't realize? I mean, they had to see this coming. And then ultimately, can they do it if they decide not to bail them out per se? Because there's going to be they're not the only one like you described. There's others. It's almost like a contagion. Will they do it? What do you think?
Well, with Evergrande, it has $305 billion in liabilities, which is an astounding figure. They can probably break Evergrande up so that it's the shareholders and the bondholders who get hurt, not the people who have bought apartments that have not yet been delivered. But by doing this, they are prolonging the pain. And that means the Chinese economy is not going to be growing. It's going to be very much underwater for a very long period of time. This is at a point where China has to pay back a lot of debt. So they won't be able to produce economic output to pay back their debt. They won't be able to modernize their military. They won't be able to do this. They won't be able to do that. So China is pretty much, I think, at a point where they can't manage the situation because, as Kyle Bass, the Dallas hedge fund manager, points out, they've had 3 times more debt than we did when we went into our financial crisis.
Wow.
Drew, they've got a high currency wall, so they can do a lot of abnormal, stupid things. Right. And so, therefore, they're doing a lot of abnormal, stupid things.
There you go. That's Gordon Chang from yesterday talking about the Evergrande situation and what's going on with China and how it affects the markets here and the concerns that people have that and Gordon Chang, one of them, that the markets knew and individuals knew this was coming, and they just were like, we'll worry about it when the time comes. They just kind of blew it off like it was not going to be that big a deal. And, I mean, we'll see how the markets shake out today, and just keeping an eye on that story, certainly. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Hey, quickly, Bob is in Fort Myers. Bob, you know what a Boilermaker is, right, Bob?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell Jake the millennial, what a Boilermaker is.
You get a glass of beer and a shot of whiskey, and you drop the shot of whiskey into the beer, and then you chug it.
Well, I don't know if it's like I'm not sure if it's the drop the whiskey in the beer, but all I know is that, and thanks for the call there, it's a shot of whiskey and a beer. And that's what my grandfather would drink every day as he was coming home from work. It would be, you got to have the Boilermaker. And he would just, there it is, the whiskey and the beer. And just you take the shot and then you're sipping on the beer for the rest of the time. Granted, that's not the secret to life. And I'm sure the 170-year-old twins were not drinking Boilermakers, but you never know.
Might be the combination to the fountain of youth.
No, it is. No, it's not. This is a great lesson for kids. Don't do drugs. Okay, good. So we've established that. But look, we don't promote that here. I'm just telling you what people Okay, moving on. That's all. So there's your Boilermaker story of the day. 239-479-5592. Let's take a break. And when we come back, hey, why can't Dr. Anthony Fauci stop lying? A question that has been asked. We'll get to the lie that he is, the lie du jour that's being told that people are concerned about. So we'll get to that. Nancy Pelosi had a Joe Biden moment. Not to be unexpected. Unexpected? Because, I mean, they both were members of one in the House and one in the Senate, and certainly they've been there in the halls of Congress for, 152 years. So, I mean, it was bound to happen. It's kind of like an expected thing. What did she say? Well, we'll play that coming up. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along. Don't forget drewsteele.com, the website, if you want to watch and subscribe to the podcast. Race O'Shea has your traffic.
Good morning. Tracking delays along Pine Island Road in North Fort Myers right now because of a crash at Tennessee Avenue. Lee County Sheriff's Office is saying no roadblock, but possible injury. So we have EMS on scene checking that out right now. Also have a crash on Bella Court at 5th Street West in Lehigh Acres, just north of Lee Boulevard, right near Lehigh Regional Medical Center. Just tracking some slight slowdowns with that. In Fort Myers, a crash in the Denbar area that's right near the Southward Village community along Ford Street at Franklin Street. So watch out for some slight slowdown southbound on Ford Street. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. Look out for a few showers throughout this morning closer to the coast, but otherwise our main chance for storms will once again be in the afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures nearing 89 degrees for today. We keep with a few showers lingering into later this evening. Otherwise, Thursday could also feature a few showers in the morning with more scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Conditioned Air wants to introduce you to our new Easy Comfort solution, the coolest way to get your new AC. Now you can get a new AC unit for one low monthly payment and no down payment. Best of all, annual tune-ups, a smart thermostat, air filters, and repairs due to normal wear and tear are all included. Call Conditioned Air today, the comfort people since 1962. 1-888-COLD-AIR or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Who will help you get there? You've spent years working, taking care of your kids, saving money, and now you're nearing retirement. Or maybe you're already retired. Now it's your turn. You get to decide where to go next. Will your retirement include travel? Do you have a guide to help you get there? Bob Grace has helped hundreds of families create their retirement roadmap. Don't let financial limitations take you off course in retirement. Bob wants you to have the retirement you've worked so hard for. Come in and meet with Bob and his team. They'll help you create a retirement roadmap that's tailored to your lifestyle and long-term financial goals. Call today at 239-249-8888 and schedule a visit. 239-249-8888 or visit retirewithgrace.com. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Lasting joint pain relief without surgery, without drugs, without downtime. It's here now. Regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. Biologic therapies. This is the most exciting medical development in years, and it's now available here. Hey, it's Drew Steele here to tell you about these remarkable regenerative treatments that encourage your own body to help heal the damaged tissue in your joints. If you've been struggling with knee, back, shoulder, or hip pain, arthritis pain of any kind, you need to check out the exciting natural alternative that can get your life back. Restorative biologic therapies go to work healing the source of the pain and provide long-lasting results. Think about it. Treatments for chronic joint pain with no drugs, no steroids, no downtime, and no surgery. Call now for a free consultation and learn more about the regenerative options available to help you get pain-free. QC Kinetics. Call now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN.
Why would someone take a chance on purchasing a frameless shower door from a big box store or an online discounter of an obscure brand, and then try and find a licensed, qualified installer to put it in, when you can deal directly with a local, family-owned business that consults, measures, manufactures, and installs their own award-winning brand of shower doors? My Shower Door is a family-owned and operated business and has the highest ratings on Angie's List and Home Advisor. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
Greetings from Health Plan Network. First, a sincere thank you to the folks at WFSX and their loyal listeners. The response to our recent individual health insurance ads have been phenomenal. Second, a short history lesson. When the federal government made their last attempt at socialized medicine or Obamacare, most insurance companies refused to participate, leaving millions with no choice but the high premiums and deductibles on the marketplace. On the other hand, our clients were able to keep their non-cancelable coverage and have enjoyed low premiums and great coverage for the last 7 years. The new administration has promised another run at their stated goal of nationalized health insurance. If you're on Obamacare, uninsured, or on COBRA, now is the time to act. Protect yourself and family with non-cancelable coverage guaranteed to age 65 now. Call me at 239-268-6712 or visit our website at healthplannetwork.net. That's 239-268-6712 or healthplannetwork.net. We can help.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Oh, boy. Are we discovering now that Joe Biden is contagious? What is that? Jake is like, what are you talking about? Well, I can explain. Don't get excited. Yeah, what's going on here? First, I'll explain this part of it. Joe Biden at the UN yesterday. Of course, you knew something was going to take place. You know, your morning cup of Joe.
Sit back with your morning cup of Joe.
Not a joke. The United States will champion the democratic values that go to the very heart of who we are as a nation and a people. Freedom, equality, opportunity, and a belief in the universal rights of all people. It's stamped into our DNA as a nation, and critically, it's stamped into the DNA of this institution, the United States.
What institution? He's talking about the UN, but when he's talking about this institution, he says
the United States.
So he called the UN the United States instead of the United Nations. But so it's not possible that Joe Biden's contagious, is he? Well, here's your morning cup of Nancy Pelosi yesterday, talking about the great job that the Biden administration is doing, especially with vaccines.
Thank God for President Biden for putting us on a different course where over 150,000 people have been fully vaccinated.
Wait, how many people have been fully vaccinated?
Over 150,000 people have been fully vaccinated.
We got some work to do, or what?
Over 150,000 people have been fully vaccinated, and more vaccinations. That's back on the uptick.
Okay, there you go. So I'm just, is it like a contagious thing? Like if you hang around with Joe Biden long enough, it's kind of, is that a thing or no? I mean, you know, I'm just asking. So there's Nancy Pelosi. 150,000 people have been vaccinated. So good job, Joe, and Joe Biden calling the UN the United States. But everything is fine because this is Democrat leadership. Is it like a thing for Democrats? You have to be, if you want to be in leadership positions, especially Speaker of the House or presidency, you got to be, it's 80 and up. 80 and up, everybody. Let's go. All right. Hey, there's Hunter Biden news, by the way. Did the media actually admit that maybe they stretched the truth a little bit on the Hunter Biden thing? Or maybe they are admitting something that everybody else knew, finally, with Hunter Biden. We'll have that story coming up.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for DeVoe Cadillac. Now, you all know Cadillac is synonymous with quality. In fact, it has been the icon of American-made luxury vehicles for over 100 years. Now, DeVoe Cadillac has been in business for over 50 of those years. Now, they serve Southwest Florida as a family-owned and operated business. They've done it the whole time. The DeVoe family has embraced the same commitment to quality that Cadillac represents. Listen, I could drive whatever I like. And guess what? I choose Cadillac again and again and again because I love my Escalade. I really enjoy the comfort. I enjoy the safety, the style. And that's why, let's see, I've already purchased over 10 Cadillacs in my life. And my go-to dealer in Southwest Florida is DeVoe Cadillac. Now, I know they're going to take great care of you and your new Cadillac with expert service from the people who know it best. Get to know our friends at DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer right here in Naples.
This week at Rockstar Harley, buy any pre-owned Harley and get a $1,500 gift card. That's 15 pennies. Access to the country's largest Harley inventory. Rockstar Harley has $1,500 gift card with the purchase of any. Get a $1,500 gift card with the purchase of any pre-owned Harley at Rockstar Harley. That's a Kroger and 5 pennies. Finance specialists on site to get you approved. 100% of credit applications considered. Any pre-owned Harley at Motown and Motor City Harley now. At Rockstar Harley now through Sunday. Gift card cannot be used towards the purchase of a new Harley motorcycle.
No matter what it's like outside, Train makes it comfortable inside. You can get a great deal now on a new heating and cooling system at Train. Visit traininfo.com. Visit traininfo.com to find your local dealer and more, because it's hard to stop a train.
We're so glad you set your radio right here. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Hundreds are sent back, but thousands may be released. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. The Biden administration has said that they'd be rounded up and flown home, and some have been, but a lot of the Haitian migrants who've been crowding the Texas border town of Del Rio are reported to have been let go instead.
The AP quotes one official as saying some Haitian migrants in Texas have been released into the U.S. with notices to appear at an immigration office in 60 days. Another said large numbers of Haitians were being processed under immigration laws. That comes despite the Biden administration's claims that they would face immediate expulsion. Homeland Security has been busing some Haitians from Del Rio to El Paso, Laredo, Rio Grande Valley, and Tucson, Arizona, where they're getting processed by the Border Patrol. About 8,600 migrants are believed to still be camped out in Del Rio. Jill Nato, Fox News.
A specific cause of death has not been determined, but a coroner in Wyoming says a body found Sunday is Gabby Petito. She went missing during a cross-country road trip with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. There's been a search for him in Florida, centered on a 40-square-mile nature park. The House passes a bill to extend funding of the federal government into December to avoid a partial government shutdown at the end of the month.
On this vote, the yeas are 220 and the nays are 211, with 0 answering present. The bill is passed.
That's every Democrat voting yes, every Republican voting no, because the bill would also extend the nation's debt limit until December 2022. That has no hope, really, of having enough Republican support to pass in the Senate. The U.S. could default on debt if the limit isn't extended or suspended in the next few weeks. Former President Trump is suing the New York Times, 3 of its reporters, and his niece over a 2018 article about his private tax files. The suit calls for no less than $100 million in damages from the Times and from Mary Trump. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Tracking delays along Pine Island Road in North Fort Myers right now because of a crash at Tennessee Avenue. Lee County Sheriff's Office is saying no roadblock, but possible injury, so we have EMS on scene checking that out right now. Also have a crash on Bella Court at 5th Street West in Lehigh Acres, just north of Lee Boulevard, right near Lehigh Regional Medical Center. Just tracking some slight slowdowns with that. In Fort Myers, a crash in the Denbar area that's right near the Southward Village community along Ford Street at Franklin Street, so watch out for some slight slowdown southbound on Ford Street. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the work week, and we continue on with a wet weather pattern. A few showers will remain possible as we head throughout this morning, but more scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon, capable of producing some heavy rain and the potential to see some additional localized flooding. Highs today topping off in the upper 80s, lower 90s across the area. We'll keep with a few showers as we head into this evening, and even Thursday morning could feature a few areas of rain across the coast with more scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon and a high of 90 degrees. We keep with that chance for scattered storms into Friday and the upcoming weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Leftists make you fret? Check out rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, stop your plans and enjoy 60% off on a large collection of diamonds, rings, bracelets, and necklaces.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here. You're invited this weekend to our 60% off sale. Come see us. Savings like no other.
Don't miss the savings at Duncan's Diamonds 60% off event.
Enormous selection. Magnificent diamonds.
This Friday and Saturday only. It's happening at Duncan's Diamonds.
An avalanche of glittering diamonds, engagement rings, wedding bands.
If it's in the showcase, it's a whopping 60% off. Now is the time to save at Duncan's Diamonds.
I want you to find the diamonds and jewelry you will love today and save 60%. And we will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on it.
Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive for the best prices on diamonds and jewelry.
This weekend only, 60% off event.
Naples at Mercado. See store for details.
Lusk, Draysites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Draysites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Draysites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
Sales desk, this is Marty.
Hey, Marty, it's time to get paid.
Paid for what?
Paid for your trade.
Okay.
Victory Lane Chevrolet is paying over book value for trades, and Florida drivers are cashing in.
They're paying over book value for trades. I get it, okay.
Correctamundo, Marty. Used car values are worth more than ever. It really is the best time to trade.
Why would I pay over book value? Tell me that.
Well, why do you overcharge customers for new Chevys?
I don't overcharge.
Okay. Enjoy your new Silverado, ma'am. Get paid for your trade at Victory Lane Chevrolet and get over book value for your trade.
Plus, during Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on select new Chevys at Victory Lane Chevrolet.
On the corner of Fowler and Winkler, find new roads. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com.
0% equals $13.89 per thousand finance with approved credit on select models. Expires 9/30/21.
Hey guys, Dr. Amy here, your favorite chiropractor. We're back for your daily dose of Did You Know Chiropractic can help with that. And today we talk about cognitive function. Are you struggling with your memory, or maybe you notice that it's taking you longer to process information? Do you also notice that your reaction time is slower than it used to be? Maybe you've just decided that this is what getting old looks like, or maybe that's what some doctor has told you, that this is just from getting old. But studies actually show that getting regular chiropractic care, specifically getting adjusted in your neck, can dramatically improve your cognitive function. So if you struggle with memory loss, slowed reaction time, or slowed processing time, and you're wondering if chiropractic can help you too, call us at 239-628-4899. That phone number is 239-628-4899. And remember, your power is on.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida, Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live. DrewSteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. We do appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. You go to Drew Steele. You can type it into Google or any of your favorite podcast locations, or you can go to DrewSteele.com, and there is a place to subscribe. All right, coming up this morning, did Facebook take down a Project Veritas video that featured HHS staff denouncing the COVID vaccine? Did that happen? You know, it's an interesting story, especially on the heels of some of what has been said in the past that is beginning to pop now, where we come to find out that it wasn't too long ago, 2020 to be exact, when there were certain individuals who were describing things that they were concerned about when it comes to the vaccine itself. And this was, let's see if I could find this here. This was on, back in September 2020, MSNBC. You know, they had some thoughts about what was going on with the vaccine and their concerns as they were describing it and talking about it. As a matter of fact, they had a doctor on to talk about.
That you speak with medical, public health professionals, they're all going to say that they're eagerly awaiting a vaccine. There's no question about that. But the issue is that the vaccine, remember, this is going to be a medication that we plan to inoculate into 300 million people in this country, not to mention globally. We need absolute reassurance that this medication, this vaccine, has undergone all the appropriate phases of clinical trials in terms of safety and efficacy. And so as you probably know, the vaccines that are undergoing clinical trials right now, phase 3, that's that phase where it's testing not only a large number of people, 30, 40,000, but it's not just the number, but it's the timeline. It's monitoring for possible potential adverse events.
Okay, adverse events. And again, this is what Project Veritas was bringing up, these adverse effects and how nobody wants to talk about it. But it does show that medical experts were concerned about what was doing to patients that they were seeing. And we'll get to that in just a second, because, again, it speaks to a couple of things. Number one, the fact that there are people that are concerned about the vaccine, are concerned about some of the things that are going on with it, and certainly you would be as well. And I'm sure the medical community cares about these things, and that we should be open and honest with what it is and what it is not. And also some of the fears that people have, the concerns that people have, let's just say, about what it is doing to individuals and could contribute to physical harm. Their words, not mine. And the second thing is that we should all be on the same page, right? I mean, when it comes to this specifically, we want to know, right? Don't you want to know? Or why would we want to hide any of this information? Why would we not want to be as honest as the person was in September of 2020 on MSNBC that was talking about phase 3 trials and the things you discover and certain aspects of what the vaccine was before, as it was discussed and is now? As we hear the J&J vaccine now, you hear the 95% efficacy if it was given to you, 2 weeks after the booster shot or 2 months after the The J&J vaccine thing now is that if you got the J&J vaccine, that now if you get a J&J booster, supposedly it's 95% effective against the vid if you get it 2 months afterwards. Which I think the joke was, so if you're 3 months out or 4 months out or whatever, anyway, that's not the point. And the numbers of the 95% effective and all of the things that we were told early on that we come to find out maybe was not true. But that's okay if we're honest and telling people what it is and isn't. It's when we start to hide information or start to have to go behind closed doors and have James O'Keefe come along with Project Veritas and do undercover videos to find out exactly what's going on, that people lose trust. That you just have to be honest about this, about everything, all of it, instead of demagoguing the issue because you hate Donald Trump and Donald Trump had something to do with the vaccine and thereby you're not going to take it. Kamala Harris and the president of the United States, the former vice president at the time, candidate for president, Trump's, I'm not going to take it. You're going to take Trump's vaccine? You did this. So we'll get into that coming up in just a minute. But also, hey, a little
breaking news.
A bombshell.
Yeah, all right. I guess it kind of is in a way. Hunter Biden's laptop material is genuine, including 2 emails the establishment media attempted to hide during the 2020 election cycle, according to a new book that is being discussed. And even Politico, of all places, are like, hey, yeah, I guess it was true. Yeah? The book's author believes the 2017 email from Burisma executive to Hunter is genuine, which a proposed equity breakdown of a venture with Chinese energy executives include the line 10 held by H for the big guy. Wait a minute. Are you telling us now that the whole line about the big guy is actually, it's true? Like they're writing a book about it? It's, yeah, it's actually in the book. And people are like, hey, maybe there was something there. The book reveals evidence that Hunter did, quote, receive a 2015 email from an executive of the Ukraine energy company Burisma, quote, thanking him for the chance to meet Joe Biden, which underscores Joe's direct involvement with Hunter's business schemes. No, we were told that that's not true. That was a lie, right? That never happened. Politico Playbook also revealed the Swedish government can also, quote, match emails in the leaked cache. And 2 people who corresponded with Hunter Biden confirmed emails from the cache were genuine. Isn't that interesting? That takes us to something that we talked about on this program and others talked about. The Swedish government can match emails. Why does the Swedish government come out and say that they can do this? You know, I just find it fascinating that all of this kind of happens the way it does, but in life, things don't happen in a vacuum. Everything happens for a reason. Politically, things happen for a reason. When somebody says, wow, I can't believe that Nikki Fried is agreeing with Ron DeSantis about the concerns that she has about the monoclonal antibodies being held back by the administration, Regeneron, you know, when we need more, that she agreed. No, it's politics. Until you read the fine print when Nikki Fried is using it as a way to communicate that because Governor DeSantis has done such a horrible job in the state of Florida, it's just people dropping dead all over the place. I mean, it's a hospital so overwhelmed that it's fill in all the hyperbolic blanks. They're not true. But she says that because Governor DeSantis has done such an awful job, that the only way to save people in the state of Florida is to have that Regeneron here. And so I'm hoping that the Biden administration, do you see where I'm going with this? It's all about the politics, but nothing happens in a vacuum. And I'm just wondering why this is coming out now. It's almost as if that maybe you would get ahead of this story. Certainly somebody wants to sell a book. But, you know, what if all of this is out there and it's going to come out anyway? And better that it would come out through Politico and people who were saying, it's not really true. That's no. That's the media that feeds into the lies of conservatives and people who supported Donald Trump and how this is an outrage and all you were doing was trying to upend a duly elected President Joe Biden and during the campaign you were trying to and then we come to find out, yeah, maybe it's true. Hey, look at Doc. What? Wait, okay. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. All right, look, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this Project Veritas. What did they discover? What was this bombshell undercover video featuring doctors and nurses from HHS discussing doubts about the vaccine and how it may potentially be causing more harm than good? Yeah? All right, well, we'll talk about that coming up. And by the way, heads are exploding right now over Florida's new Surgeon General. Why? Why are people upset? Well, you know, it's Florida and it's politics and it's that time of year. You know how it goes. Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Heading out right now through Pine Island Road, westbound lanes are shut down because of a crash near Francis Avenue. Shutting down those westbound lanes approaching US 41. If you need to head west through that area, you could take West Mariana Avenue between Business 41 and US 41. Also in Fort Myers, we have a crash involving 2 vehicles, including a semi-truck. There's some large debris in the road from some rocks that fell off the semi-trailer. So they're shutting down right now Ford Street briefly between Edison Avenue and Doris Street just to remove that debris from the roadway. If you're heading out that direction, there is an elementary school nearby. So just expect to see some slowdowns. Avoid it for the time being. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. Look out for a few showers throughout this morning closer to the coast, but otherwise our main chance for storms will once again be in the afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures nearing 89 degrees for today. We keep with a few showers lingering until later this evening. Otherwise, Thursday can also feature a few showers in the morning with more scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
Abbott Hill in Naples is your one-stop shop for every aspect of your remodeling and renovation projects. Their team is committed to providing innovative solutions with the highest quality products. Abbott Hill offers from modern European style to furniture-grade, authentic, handmade old Amish cabinetry. Each piece is made with the highest quality solid woods and traditional construction methods for your new kitchen, office, entertainment wall, vanities, and built-ins. A large selection of unique porcelain tiles, including top designers like Roberto Cavalli and an exclusive collection of large format slabs and tiles from Versace Ceramics.
Hi, I'm Peter, the owner of Abbott Hill. please come see my showroom located on 5880 Shirley Street in Naples, or call 239-260-5246.
If you're in the market to update your kitchen, bathroom, or floors, Abbott Hill is offering free kitchen design consultation and 20% off countertops with the purchase of kitchen cabinetry. Abbott Hill, returning the quality of yesterday and leaving you smiling for years to come.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
What makes Genesis of Naples the #1 selling Genesis dealer in the nation? It's our incredible selection and professional sales staff. Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples. When I drive my beautiful new 2021 Genesis GV80 around town, the first thing everyone says to me is, "What is that beautiful SUV?" I tell them it's the all-new first ever SUV from Genesis. Then they usually ask, "How much does it cost?" I know it's hard to believe, but it starts at just $49,500 and a fully equipped Prestige for just over $70,000. It has an amazing interior and breathtaking design and your choice of turbo engines and rear and all-wheel drive, but that's not all. We have a huge selection of the all-new 2021 Genesis G80s and G90s. Come visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or genesisofnaples.com. I love my GV80 and you'll love it too.
All offers with approved credit on select models based on January 2021 retail sales. 72 months at $0 per month for 1,005 months. No down payment required.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Brendan Leslie coming up in just a little bit. FloridaConservativeVoice.com. We're going to get to some local stories, and we'll talk more about the President of the United States at the UN. A lot to get into in just a little bit. We're not. Is it? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the President of these United States, Joe Biden. Well, hello, sir.
Hey, Hugh McNeil. Good to be with you, pal. Hey, by the way, I don't know if my press secretary, Jen Psaki-Bomber, told you yet, but please, no questions about Nicki Minaj's cousins, friends, family jewels, man.
Okay, yeah, well.
I'm not in the mood for medical stuff,
all
man.
right, yeah.
That's Dr. Fozzie Bear's department.
Yeah, I guess it is. It is. All right. Yeah, you mean Dr. Fauci. All right. Listen, if we can clear.
You know the
thing.
thing.
We know the thing. Yeah. All right. Let's clear something up, sir. You took the bike ride there. You're in Rehoboth. You're in Delaware. You're ignoring reporters' questions. Come on. When are you going to answer some questions?
Hey, that's real simple, man. I didn't answer questions there because the dopey news guys were just standing on the side of the road yelling stuff out. That doesn't count. And besides, I was in the zone, man. I was in the zone, Jack. When I get on that bike, I reach speeds of 3, sometimes 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, you do.
So when I'm moving at that rate of speed, the wind noise totally overwhelms my hearing aids. and reporters question, it sounds like a fart in a tornado, man.
Okay.
Physics.
All right.
Gotta follow the science.
Yeah, all right. We're following the science. So wait a minute. So now you're justifying the fact that you're ignoring the reporters. Then is what you're saying?
No, I actually did answer a bunch of questions.
Yeah, like what?
Little Jimmy Acosta.
Yeah.
He got all his questions answered because he sat right up there in a little basket that's on the front of my bike.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I even got him a free ice cream cone. We pulled over, too. They thought he was my grandson.
Yeah, I bet. All right. Listen, hey, Mr. President, there's a southern border crisis. You probably heard a little bit about it at Del Rio. I mean, it's a mess. There's 15,000 mostly Haitian illegals there camped out. I mean, what are we going to do about this problem, sir? Come on now.
No, you better believe I'm going to do something here, Jack.
All right.
And I'll do something. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that Conan O'Brien got snubbed yet again for an Emmy Award. These things aren't right, man.
Okay.
It's not right.
All right, now moving on. Hey, did you know France is now no longer, well, they're not really, they're mad at us. Let's just put it that way, all right? Pulling the ambassador of the U.S. over this nuke sub deal you made with the U.K. and Australia. I mean, how are you going to fix this? How are you going to smooth this over?
Now, sure, we just hit a little bump of the road there with the old macaroni man, President Mac and Cheese Macaroon. You know that's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. You know, besides, you can't blame me.
No,
I need to be told everything and given a note ahead of time to remember.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Someone on my team dropped the ball. Boy, that's been happening a lot these past 8 or 9 months.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been happening a lot.
Hey, by the way, Elon Musk, did he diss you on Twitter recently? Is that true? I think Jake was even talking about this over the White House's refusal to acknowledge the success of SpaceX, the launch into space, right, and safely returning a crew back to Earth. I think they raised like $200 million for St. Jude's Research Hospital for that. You're going to at least congratulate him on this, sir?
Well, sure I am. That's a nice accomplishment. You know, I'm going to tell him how incredibly proud I am of him and all the brave, civilized people who went up in the safe sex rocket of his.
SpaceX, sir.
Yeah,
SpaceX.
You know the thing.
Yeah.
You know, I heard their budget for the space launch is more bloated than Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's yam bag.
All right.
It's okay because eHarmony, he has the money to do it.
All right. It's Elon, not Eve. Elon. You're gonna.
That's sad, man.
Wait, hold on a second. Is
there an echo in here?
Wait, hold on. Jake is telling me. All right, you're not gonna believe this, but ladies and gentlemen, is this right? On the other line here, we have. Is this Elon Musk? Good morning, Elon.
Yes. Good morning. It's a distinct honor and pleasure to be with you. It really is.
Thanks,
Drew. I wanted you to know that I listen to the show quite frequently.
Oh, good.
And, many times I've attempted to call in to play Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
Yeah.
Really have.
Yeah.
Really have.
Awesome.
But it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Entertaining. But I've never gotten through with all the people calling.
Yeah,
it's pretty busy.
It is, sir. Yeah, it is. It's a popular feature we have here, sir. You're right.
The good news is I've created an algorithm to deal with the problem specifically.
So Elon Musk has created an algorithm so that he can get through to Drew's College of Political Knowledge. Really?
Yes. So my scientists from SpaceX and Tesla Labs will analyze all of your fiber optic network traffic over the past 6 months. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
6 months. And then they will identify the people who've played Drew's College of Political Knowledge more than once.
Okay.
More than once. And we're going to launch them into space.
No, wait a minute. That's a little harsh.
That will give me an opportunity to play.
No, but that's a little harsh, sir. I mean, by the way, okay. Hey, listen, we've got the President of the United States, Joe Biden, on the line, so maybe
I'm just standing here on hold, man.
All right, hold on a second. Do you want to say something to the President, Elon Musk?
Yes, well, the reason I called in besides trying to play the game was I thought I would call in and personally issue a sincere apology to President Biden for my unruly outburst on social media. I was out of line, and I just finished off a brand new hydroponic strain of, if I'm not mistaken, sativa that was a gift from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan gave it to me. Kryptonite Crunch, I believe. Kryptonite Crunch. Jake maybe heard of it before.
Yeah,
sure.
Probably.
But after the bong was empty, it was gravity bong.
Okay.
I began crying and tweeting very mean things, and I got out of hand. And I'm very sorry.
Okay.
Very sorry, Mr.
All right.
Oh, you know what, Enron? It's like I always say, you got to let bygonads be bygonads.
All right. Bygones, sir. Come on now.
I knew what you meant.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President, I think.
Okay.
Boy, you and my son would really hit it off. But my son Hunter, you could get stoned with him and then buy all his crappy artwork.
All right, gentlemen. That's it. That's all the time we have. I hear the music. We got to go. Goodbye.
Live long and prosper.
Okay. Thank you, Elon Musk.
Well, you know, it's Jello time for Grandpa Joe, man. I got to go.
Okay. All right. Go get the Jello. Wow. All right. How about that? Elon Musk and the president of these United States. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com. That's the website if you want to watch me there now.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine Replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing and Gutters. Get your mind out of the gutters. We are proud to announce the addition of our seamless aluminum gutter division. Contact our team for your free quote. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
For eligible individuals 18 or older only. Not available in Oregon or West Virginia. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With hearing aids from Lively, everything is done remotely in the comfort of your home, from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. So much better.
With Lively, you get premium Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids at thousands less than you'd might expect. The best hearing aid technology is now affordable and convenient. Your hearing aids are sent right to your door. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week, no charge.
Ah, you people at Lively are wonderful.
With Lively hearing aids, you get free shipping, 3 years of follow-up care included free, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage. You can't lose.
I hear better than I ever thought possible.
Now get $100 off your hearing aids when you go to listenlively.com/radio. That's listenlively.com/radio. listenlively.com/radio.
You've been hearing about Key City Capital for the past 3 months. They've been actively investing in income-producing real estate for over 10 years here in Southwest Florida. If you're like most investors, you're looking to achieve strong returns in your investment portfolio, but don't want to take aggressive risk. Key City Capital was founded to achieve this goal and have been since inception. For over 10 years, they've generated consistent double-digit returns for investors without risking a penny of their principal. They can do it for you, too. Key City Capital would like to invite you to a free dinner and informational event at the beautiful Country Club of Naples at 6 p.m. on Thursday, September 30th. Come be their guest for an enjoyable evening. Learn about their real estate-backed strategies. To reserve your seat online today, go to kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com. Thursday, September 30th, 6 p.m. at the Country Club of Naples. There's no charge for the dinner or the information, but you must reserve your seat in advance at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now through Pine Island Road, westbound lanes are shut down because of a crash near Francis Avenue. Shutting down those westbound lanes approaching US 41. If you need to head west through that area, you could take West Mariana Avenue between Business 41 and US 41. Also in Fort Myers, we have a crash involving 2 vehicles, including a semi-truck. There's some large debris in the road from some rocks that fell off the semi-trailer. So they're shutting down right now Ford Street briefly between Edison Avenue and Doris Street just to remove that debris from the roadway. If you're heading out that direction, there is an elementary school nearby, so just expect to see some slowdowns. Avoid it for the time being. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the work week, and we continue on with a wet weather pattern. A few showers will remain possible as we head throughout this morning, but more scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon, capable of producing some heavy rain and the potential to see some additional localized flooding. Highs today topping off in the upper 80s, lower 90s across the area. We'll keep with a few showers as we head into this evening, and even Thursday morning could feature a few areas of rain across the coast with more scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon and a high of 90 degrees. We keep with that chance for scattered storms into Friday and the upcoming weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection. License number CCC 1326213.
Hey guys, there is some important news that all men should take very seriously. Your prostate health. Are you urinating more frequently? Are you waking up at night to urinate? Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that just don't work? Sound familiar? If you are one of the millions of men with prostate problems that are driving you nuts, there is some great news. Prostagenics is the all-natural product that beat over 157 other prostate supplements in lab tests and was rated the #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. #1, because it works. So why not try some Prostagenics, and your prostate troubles will be a thing of the past. You'll get a great night's sleep and stop waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. To get your free bottle of Prostagenics, call now, 800-600-2020. That's 1-800-600-2020. Take advantage of our 90-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-600-2020. Do it now.
Introducing the FPL Energy Manager, a new way to take control of your energy use and your bill.
Diagnosis now, and this month you can save up to $600 on softeners and salt-free alternatives. Max is waiting. Give him a call now. Don't leave him waiting, okay? 239-880-7799 or book it online at pentair.com/FortM.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching the program and subscribing to the podcast. Coming up in just about 10 minutes or so, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD, a show even Elon Musk loves. Apparently, we just learned that a few minutes ago. If you don't know what I'm talking about and how we know that Elon Musk is a big fan of Drew's College of Political Knowledge, then go to the podcast and you'll find out. Jake was shocked, by the way, Elon Musk is his hero. Wait,
top three.
Top three.
He's up there.
Yep.
Pretty cool guy.
Do I want to know the other two in the top three?
Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and Chong is really one. They go together.
Then Snoop Dogg.
Wow. All right. Brendan Leslie is my hero. Florida Conservative Voice, flconservativevoice.com. As you know, the editor there at Florida Conservative Voice, somebody who's really working hard at exposing. Well, I know you couldn't hear Jake, but Jake was explaining how.
I was just about to say that you're my hero, so this is great.
All right, this is getting weird and going to a weird place, and we're not going to start singing or anything like that. Hopefully.
No, not on the show.
Yeah, first of all, how are you this morning? And hey, Patriot Fest was a big success. Heard great things about it, so that was pretty exciting. Just if you want to give everybody an overview, it was really good.
Yeah, we ended up having about 800 Patriots show up, rally the base, lots of great speakers, and it's just really to keep everyone motivated and keep and reinstill faith into what is happening, what conservative leaders are doing across the nation, and what they're doing here locally in Southwest Florida. And I think it was successful in that front.
Yeah, and that's a big part of all of this, which is the fighting for our values, fighting for what is right. We're going to be doing a lot of that, and a discussion coming up on that in just a second. One of them has to do with our schools. I can't even believe what you're about to tell us this morning about one particular school district and what they have up on the walls in the district. We'll get to that in just a second. It's shocking, maybe not surprising in the environment we're in right now. But again, you need to know about it because probably a school near you is looking and thinking this is a good thing. We would hope not. Hey, let me ask this question because a couple of people have brought this up. They are concerned about, in general, specific groups that are out there that are, well, let's just say even individuals who are pretending to be conservatives, pretending to be Republicans, and in some cases maybe are Republican in name, but ultimately are working, let's just say they're not necessarily working for conservative values. And so you have a story, something that you've been following, you're concerned about along these same lines. So maybe you can explain what's going on here.
Yeah, there's a really common theme that an issue that we have in the conservative movement, and that's called grifting. And grifting is essentially just using a group to fundraise and really just make your pockets bigger. So in your wallets, it's unfortunate, but especially this should be like the number one thing conservatives should care about is making sure we weed out any of the snakes, any of the weaklings, any of the people that are using our movement for things that are not right, because the odds are already stacked against us. And when you put in the bad people and mix the bad people into our group, that just gives the left more things to attack. So I have a report coming out within a few days. I am finishing up some interviews, and it's already made some noise on social media, so I could talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
But I have 5 former national board members of the Republican National Hispanic Assembly coming forward to me and telling me that when they got onto the board with the RNHA, that's their acronym, they started asking about the finances, like, hey, like, how much money do we have? Where's the money going? What can we use the money for? Are we poor? Can we spend money? Like, can I see the bank account? Whenever they did that, they were forced off out of the organization and shunned and forced to sign an NDA saying you'll never talk about it.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that there is an organization claiming to be a Republican organization that is bringing in money but doesn't want to show people the financials, and when asked about it, they've been let go.
Yep. It's a really unfortunate story. And the more and more I talk and dig and investigate into this, the more board members that come forward and talk to me. I think I'm going to have about 4 or 5 on record in my story. And they're going to say some pretty alarming stuff. And you can see it on my Facebook posts. The RNHA rallied against me. They got all their members to come troll me when I simply raised the question about their potential grifting. And I asked each one of these board members, will you show me your expenditures? And they said no. And they just made fun of me. They called me a liberal. They called me a fake news reporter. It's a classic move. Drew, you and me have dealt with this when we looked into Captains for Clean Water or any other group that is accused of not using money right. As soon as you ask about their expenditures and a thing that they should be able to easily prove when they're taking donations, they're going to attack you and troll you. So it's just a classic move. And stay tuned to hear what all these former board members have to say. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and again, one of the important things with regard to this story, and Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, flconservativevoice.com, that's where you would go to find this story and so many others, is that right now, more than ever, we need conservatives together, conservative values together to unite, understanding what this country is up against, understanding that the reason why this country is so polarized, everybody, it's more polarized than ever. People have been concerned about it, and it is a reality. And the reason why we are polarized the way we are is because there are people on the conservative side that understand the stakes. The stakes are high. This isn't shucks, Bill Clinton won the election, but we don't feel like if he wins the election, it's going to tear apart the fabric of this country to the point that the Constitution would be lost and we're going to lose the country time period. This is absolutely that time period, and that's why we are so polarized right now, is because there is truly a fight to be had politically. And when it comes to where your money is going, the people that you are helping to get elected, those that are asking for money, that are talking about helping certain candidates, or the things that they're discussing, now more than ever, you need to be aware of who they are, what they're doing. If there is, like Brendan is talking about, a grift that's going on, you need to know, because we can't be duped. We can't be told one thing only to find out that it's something else going on completely different. And these people, generally, whoever they may be out there, are not doing what's right for us, for our values, or quite frankly, at a federal level, for the country. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And it's important to remember, I think we've said it on this show a few times, when a group is collecting donations, you should be able to ask them, what are your expenditures? And they should be able to provide that to you within like a day. And if they don't, they're probably not worth giving your money. A lot of these groups say, we're raising awareness. Well, that doesn't take millions and millions and millions of dollars to do.
Yeah. Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, let's go to this story. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Not you, Brendan. And not you, Jake. I know Jake is already sitting. No, not you. I'm talking about people that are listening. Maybe you're sitting in your vehicle right now, or maybe you've been waiting for this. You're heading into work, but you want to hear what Brendan has to say. Okay. The school district that we're looking at, you'll describe, but they're displaying some things in the classroom that are quite disturbing, to say the least. What's going on with this story? This is a big one.
Yeah. Polk County School District, not too far from here. A teacher is proudly displaying a gay pride flag, and a Black Lives Matter flag in the classroom. And someone inside the school took the picture, snapped it, and I shared it on social media, and it blew up. I went to the Polk County School District, and they said the teacher is protected by First Amendment rights, and they're doing nothing wrong.
That's where we're all right. So that's where everybody is up. And wait a minute. So they're being told that this is okay, nothing to see here. They've got a Black Lives Matter flag and a pride flag on the wall, and some other things on the wall. Like, I'm looking at the picture here, and I don't know what else is on the wall. I don't know it says around that, and how much further it could go. I mean, this is just the beginning, on the heels of what we're hearing even in California and some other places where they have things just like this, and some other things on the wall that are, let's just say, F-bombs being thrown around on the walls in the schools in California, and they're discussing what they should do about this particular teacher there. But you can imagine what's going to happen, which is probably nothing. So what about this? What kind of reaction are you getting? Have you talked to anybody about this particularly?
My social media is blowing up. Parents are peeved. They are so mad because listen, Black Lives Matter, liberals keep lying to you. The liberals want you to believe Black Lives Matter is this beautiful, wonderful organization that just wants social justice for everyone. No, it's complete BS. They're a Marxist communist organization pushing Marxist ideology. So by putting that Black Lives Matter flag up there, you're telling me that that teacher is probably indoctrinating our children with critical race theory. And it also happens to be illegal in Florida to indoctrinate our children. So no, you're not protected by the First Amendment rights to display Marxist ideologies in the classroom.
Yeah, and I guess the question now becomes what will happen next. The parents are upset about this. I'm sure they'll show up at the school district and the school board to complain about this. What about?
I'm imagining that the next Polk County School Board meeting is going to be crazy filled. A woman reached out to me on Instagram who has a pretty decent following that looks like she does a lot of activist work in Polk County, and she's like, "Yep, I'm not letting this one go away." So the parents are awake.
Yeah, they are, and they have been for a while, and we're keeping an eye on this story. And again, the important thing to remember is that we are aware, we see what is happening, we understand what's going on in districts here in Southwest Florida, across the state and across the nation. We continue to talk about these things because ultimately it's going to come to a school near you, and you have a say in this. You don't have to sit back, along with a lot of other things, including the money that you give to individuals and groups and the concerns that you may have there, and making sure that people have the conservative values that you have and they share them, and they will be willing to share not only that to you specifically, but also when it comes to funds and other things, that they'll show you and prove to you that they are who they say they are, not by words, but by deeds and actions. And so we'll continue to watch this. All right, so when could we expect this? I guess we just got to keep an eye on the website.
The goal is to have it before the weekend.
Okay.
I'm working around some of their NDAs and also working on logistics and scheduling, so that's always fun.
Yeah, I want you. You got to do it sooner. I'm putting pressure on you. See, if I put the pressure on you, Brendan, then I know that it'll be.
It's just like I'm back in the mainstream media day. It's perfect.
I'm putting you on the. Am I the editor? I'm putting you on the deadline now. Is that it?
No quality, just all rush. Go.
That's it. Go. Let's go. You gotta be. No. Please don't. No. And one of the things I appreciate about you, and I'll say this right now. Okay. It's not the rush to be first. It's the actions to be right, not first. That's it. That's another thing. People go quickly to be the first, and then they say, "Oh, I don't know what happened. How did I get this out there on my website? I don't know what I did here wrong." That's because you were quick to try to be first instead of being right. So that's there's that.
I have had 0 retractions, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. FLConservativeVoice.com is the website, and it's Florida Conservative Voice, and the voice right there is Brendan Leslie, joining us on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. All right, my friend, we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, 239-479-5592 is the talking text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We are ready to go. So here we go. Time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge. For questions on politics, the more you can write, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Elon Musk's favorite show, favorite segment of the show. How did he describe it? We got to find that audio and go back to it, because people don't know anything about what we're talking about with Elon Musk calling into the show. But we'll get to that. All right, caller number 5. You need to call into the show right now at 239-479-5592. Call in right now. We'll take the 5th caller, and you'll win, you'll play, impress your friends and family, even the kids, even your pets. It's Drew's College Political Knowledge. Next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Heading through the area of Buckingham, we have a crash right near Riverdale High School at Portico Boulevard, causing some slight slowdown, starting to get cleared back up now. A crash also on Gladiolus Drive and Seacrest Boulevard. No injuries there. Daniels Parkway, we have an accident going on near Commerce Lakes Drive, causing some slowdowns on Daniels in both directions. And a crash getting cleared up right near Bonita Springs High School at Bull Shark Drive and Imperial Parkway. Collier County, we got a crash with major slowdowns southbound along Collier Boulevard at Vanderbilt Beach Road, with injuries reported at that crash site. Also a crash causing some delays at Davis Boulevard and Collier Boulevard. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. Look out for a few showers throughout this morning closer to the coast, but otherwise our main chance for storms will once again be in the afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures nearing 89 degrees for today. We keep with a few showers lingering into later this evening. Otherwise, Thursday could also feature a few showers in the morning with more scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Constant repairs, higher energy bills, and lower air quality can all result from an HVAC system needing an upgrade. At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, we have several options to fit your lifestyle and budget. Visit onehourairnaples.com or call 855-1-HOUR to schedule your AC consultation.
Always on time or you don't pay a dime. Always on time or you don't pay a dime. 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, yeah.
Can I see your pre-plan, please?
Before you reach the pearly gates is the best time to consider your plan. Harvey Engelhardt Funeral Home will provide peace of mind that lets you set and forget, relieving stress and decision-making on loved ones when the time comes. Ensure that your wishes are honored and relieve your family of guessing what your intentions were. There are many reasons to pre-plan, including a price guarantee and transferability. Harvey Engelhardt can arrange monthly payment plan options with automatic withdrawal. Your loved ones are relieved both of the financial responsibility and the burden of decisions at your passing. Planning is what we do for when the time comes. Harvey Engelhardt will see you through from beginning to end. We also have comprehensive military honors options for veterans. Pre-planning is the ultimate gift of selflessness to the surviving spouse and family. Please call us at 239-936-2177. Harvey Engelhardt, we're here to help.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Bro, I love this song. Me too. It's the perfect soundtrack for picking out Winn-Dixie's guaranteed fresh produce. So refreshingly fresh. Know what else is music to my ears? What's that, my Winn-loving twin? Opening up my app to see we've earned so many points. That all the groceries in our cart are free. Winn-Dixie has the best quality and winning rewards. I love the sound of that. Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win. Terms apply. See store Winn-Dixie.com for details.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Tommy. Tommy's in Cape Coral. Hello there, Tommy.
Drew.
Hello. It's Drew's College.
Good morning, Drew.
Good morning. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree. Question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Tommy, do you know or remember Mitt Romney in 2012? Remember that? He was the GOP nominee for president of the United States. Remember, it was Romney going against Barack Obama at the time in 2012?
Yes.
Okay, good. Do you remember who Mitt Romney's running mate was?
I knew you were going to ask me that. Well, it might as well have been Nancy Pelosi. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, it was Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry to disappoint you. All right. Well, let's see. Let's try to get an associate's degree on this question. Let's do this. Hey, who's the oldest president ever elected? Who is the oldest elected president? Do you want multiple choice? Would that help you?
Yeah. Give me a multiple.
All right.
I'm a little rusty. I've been out of commission here.
Okay. Ronald Reagan, Joe Biden, Dwight Eisenhower, or Donald Trump?
Oh, man. I got to say Joe Biden.
That's correct, sir. 78 years, 61 days.
Is he the president, though?
Can he get it? Just give him a ding for that anyway, just for fun. Okay. Well, he might not be sure. Anyway, all right, let's see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. In 1864, Congress authorized this to be on all United States coins. What?
Endowment trust.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Let's see, in 1961, President Kennedy accepted full responsibility for something that failed, and it failed there in Cuba. What was it called?
The missile crisis.
No, it was actually the Bay of Pigs invasion is what it was. The Bay of Pigs. So what? That was the failure. But hey, that's
well, I was guessing.
That's okay. Listen, you know what? You're still a fine individual who did very well today. You got a bachelor's degree, which is it's very impressive. And listen, the best part is you're going to have a fantastic day.
Oh, absolutely.
See that?
Shout out to Richie Rich and Pasquale on the farm.
Shout outs to everyone. All right. Thank you, sir.
You're the man, Drew.
Back at you.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
They've done it the whole time. The DeVoe family has embraced the same commitment to quality that Cadillac represents. Listen, I could drive whatever I like. And guess what? I choose Cadillac again and again and again because I love my Escalade. I really enjoy the comfort. I enjoy the safety, the style. And that's why, let's see, I've already purchased over 10 Cadillacs in my life. And my go-to dealer in Southwest Florida is DeVoe Cadillac. Now, I know they're going to take great care of you and your new Cadillac with expert service from the people who know it best. Get to know our friends at DeVoe Cadillac, your Cadillac dealer right here in Naples.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, stop your plans and enjoy 60% off on a large collection of diamonds, rings, bracelets, and necklaces.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here. You're invited this weekend to our 60% off sale. Come see us. Savings like no other.
Don't miss the savings at Duncan's Diamonds 60% off event.
Enormous selection. Magnificent diamonds.
This Friday and Saturday only. It's happening at Duncan's Diamonds.
An avalanche of glittering diamonds, engagement rings, wedding bands.
If it's in the showcase, it's a whopping 60% off. Now is the time to save at Duncan's Diamonds.
I want you to find the diamonds and jewelry you will love today and save 60%. And we will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on it.
Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive for the best prices on diamonds and jewelry.
This weekend only, 60% off event.
Naples at Mercado. See store for details.
Check this out, Southwest Florida. We're happy to announce you can still get the original MSRP for your trade-in, but only at Naples Nissan. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, regardless of brand or where you bought it, Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yes, that means whatever your car was worth when it was new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only here at Naples Nissan. We've got hundreds of new and like-new low-mileage pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Now is the time for you to make that upgrade. To get full details on how you can get the full original base MSRP for your trade-in, come see us at Naples Nissan here on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com today. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here at 239-479-5592. The talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching the program and certainly subscribing to the podcast. You can just go right to the website, drewsteele.com, and there you can subscribe, or you can just type in to Google or any of your favorite podcast locations. We do appreciate you watching and subscribing, both. Hey, before we move on, before we get to Facebook, who apparently has decided that they want to take down a Project Veritas video featuring HHS staff denouncing the COVID-19 vaccine. Why are they doing that? It's information we should have, right? I mean, that's important. People have questions. We shouldn't be playing politics or anything else with the answers. We'll get to that story, and of course the president of the United States at the UN and what kind of mess that was. Listen, what are you going to say to the UN? You know exactly where he was going. Climate change and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And also the ridiculous notion that Republicans are at fault for this whole debt ceiling limit. You know, the talk of Republicans being in the way when it comes to paying our bills. And the GOP is going to vote for the U.S. to default on its debt. Congress's failure to lift the debt ceiling would devastate the U.S. economy. And blaming Republicans. Well, hold on a second. Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Well, you're going to find out, because I'll explain how ridiculous it is in just a second. But I do want to mention this. You know, I kind of touched on this yesterday. I've had conversations for the past few weeks with a lot of different individuals. And I have to tell you something that has been on my heart and something that I am, as we move forward, going to do more and more about. Because I think that not only do we have forces against us, our values, conservative values, and the things that we need to hear and find out information about specifically when it comes to whether it's the vid, whether it's vaccines, whether it's the debt ceiling, whether it is issues of critical race theory and what's being taught in our schools and the denial by some to say, no, it's not like that at all. Or if they do admit to it, trying to find ways around it, even if it's against the law or even if they're are trying to be slick about it and how they are approaching certain topics. The one thing that I'm concerned about and have been concerned about is that you need to be able to make decisions based on the facts that are in front of you that are available. And if you have places like Facebook and others, big tech, that is going to deny you the opportunity to hear about therapeutics, for example, when it comes to the vid, to be able to hear about critical race theory and what actually it is being taught in our schools and some of the things that you're hearing about or may not hear about in the news. Or maybe it has to do with the issues of transgenders in bathrooms in our middle and high schools. And that issue that was brought up here in Southwest Florida. And I just wanted to mention this quickly before we move on, that I'm going to be the MC at an event on Saturday. And it's going to be at the Sunshine Community Youth Complex off Palm Beach Boulevard in Fort Myers. It's 9 a.m. to noon, and it has to do with navigating today's gender issues. And there's a lot that is going on right now that you're not hearing about, that if anybody wants to put out information, if somebody wants to discuss gender dysphoria, wants to talk about gender confusion being taught to our kids, and you're hearing people saying these words, but you don't understand what it means because you can't find the information because social media, number one, will deny you the opportunity to talk about it. Abigail Schreier, who wrote the book on gender dysphoria, if you remember not too long ago, was the individual who wasn't allowed to, or her book was taken off of Amazon for a while, and she wasn't even able to have that out there to talk about the issue of gender dysphoria. She was the author of Irreversible Damage, the transgender craze seducing our daughters, and the issues that she had when she put that book out. And my goal here with this, and others as well, is to get information. And this event that's going to be taking place on Saturday morning, this Saturday, from 9 a.m. to noon, is going to be packed with all kinds of information on this. Doctors are going to be there, individuals who can speak to the issue of gender dysphoria and transgender issues specifically. But information, tools that you need to have and know, not to fight a fight because you just feel like getting into a fight. It's not about hate at all. It's about having the information in front of you and then be able to make a choice and to be able to make decisions for your life and your family's life based on what is out there, not just one side that tells you that you have to accept what they tell you, what a culture tells you is the thing that you have to accept. Otherwise, you'll be canceled, you'll be doxxed, you will be ostracized, you'll be out if you don't do what we tell you to do. And whether that's gender dysphoria and transgenderism and the details of it, to make a decision on your own, and to even learn and understand what it means. Again, it's not about hate. This is about just hearing a side that you're told you're not allowed to listen to or to be dismissed because somebody else has an opinion or a feeling or an emotion about something, and that's just the way it is. Whether that's critical race theory and the history of this country and how our kids are being taught, to just hate each other and have a problem with each other based on their races. Are we turning back the clock? What are we doing here? To say that we can't follow a constitution because the founders of that document were racists somehow, so that everything has to be dismantled. I mean, you see where we're going, and not to hear the other side. And well, hold on a second. No, you don't get to decide that. I want to hear both sides. I want to understand all of it. And so again, it's just something that's been on my heart, and we're going to be talking about a lot of different things in the future. But again, to just be armed with all of the information that you can possibly be about issues that maybe you just are confused about, you just don't know. It's okay. And again, for all of you that may not like the idea that this is happening, this is not about hating a group or hating an individual or to get out there and be angry and despise somebody. It's quite the contrary. You're trying to understand more about what it is that's going on from a perspective that we're told you're not allowed to hear from doctors and individuals who know about this. Gender confusion in children and teens. I mean, we're talking epidemic proportions here. We hear it all and see it all the time. And again, I go back to Abigail Schreier and the hard work that she was doing and has been doing in the presentation about all of this, and that it is real, but it's also rare. Talking about gender dysphoria. And again, just touching on some of the issues now, but getting into details on Saturday. So what I'm saying here is that if you would like to be there in person for this event, it is this Saturday. I would get there about 8:30, but 9 a.m. to noon. It's 3 hours. It's going to be jam-packed with information about this very topic, navigating today's gender issues. And listen, this is about information and finding out more. And if you want to be there, Sunshine Community Youth Complex, Palm Beach Boulevard in Fort Myers. Like I said, I'll be emceeing the event. You can go to operation-millstone.org, operation-millstone.org, and get tickets and find out more. And if you want to text me, 239-479-5592 to get information, I can get that to you as well. But again, I'm just getting tired of, and I am tired of it. I'm tired of a culture telling us to get on the train and hop on the train and let's get going. And if you're not on the train, then you don't get to do nice things and have friends and to be able to enjoy life because the culture is passing you by. No, I don't accept that. I got questions, and a lot of other people do. And if we're not going to be able to find resources to find out more about this because people are trying to hide it because, well, I don't know why you'd want to hide it, then we're going to have to do this on our own. And I am going to be part of things in the future that will do just that, to get information to you. Because it's that important. And again, George Will said it so well, and I'm paraphrasing, but again, I talked about this yesterday. We are in perilous times, certainly, but we are also in very polarizing times right now. And the reason why is because it's real, everybody, because the issues of the day are that important that we're not talking about the issues of a couple of dollars or maybe whether or not we're going to have gas prices fluctuating or certain things that certainly are important, inflation and the like. But we're talking about the fundamental destruction of a republic. We're talking about people on one side of an aisle, and it's not even an extreme side. It's from the middle down, who want your kids and your grandkids, the future, to believe that the only way to save the country right now is to destroy everything we know as a republic, the Constitution, tear it down all the institutions of the greatest country that the world has ever seen and known in a ton of different ways, and to start over because they say so, because they're trying to convince you of something that's a lie, and that information to the contrary would be held back from people because they want their way. And how important it is to understand that that's how big the fight is. Yes, we are polarized more than ever because politically, this is the fight of a lifetime. There is no more important fight than we are in right now, politically. None. And probably hasn't been ever. Well, that's a big statement. I mean, you talk about world wars and everything. Oh, well, if you think about it, it's a pretty big deal. That's why we're polarized. That's why politically we fight. Because I'm not going to see this country go down. I'm not going to see it go away. I'm not going to let the left decide what my son is going to accept and not accept based on their rules and their beliefs. And I don't have any say in it. No, not going to happen. So, all right. 239-479-5592. And I wanted to get to this quickly. Chuck Schumer, Democrats, panicking. Oh, it's Republicans are going to drive us off the cliff. Listen to this.
This debt that we are asking to be spent is all Trump debt, which we supported the spending.
Sure.
But it is Trump debt, not Democratic debt.
No.
But Republicans seem intent on driving our country down a dangerous road that leads off a fiscal cliff.
Yeah, of course it is, Chuck Schumer. Again, there's the information that the media is running with. You got to believe that the Republicans are awful and evil. Do you understand what's going on right now? The debt and the debt ceiling that we've got, the debt limit. Listen, this made-up number that Congress decided was going to be, this is as much as we're going to spend. We can't go any further than this. Hey, can you erase the blackboard and make that number more? Because right now we got to go higher. Okay, let's make that higher. This is the line we can't cross. Okay, well, this is the line we can't cross. And each and every year it becomes something else. Here's the hysterical notion. We're told that right now Congress is going to fail to lift the debt ceiling because of the evil Republicans. It would devastate the economy. We wouldn't be able to pay our bills. The House passed this spending bill and debt limit increase over GOP opposition, and still there's going to be this talk. It's only temporary because soon we're going to run out of money. And the Wall Street Journal is like, well, hold on a second. That debt limit show. Yeah, the show. Democrats don't need the GOP to raise the federal borrowing limit. Well, wait a minute. I thought the Republicans were the evil ones. Yeah, I'm reading this from the Wall Street Journal. The Democrats control the White House and both houses of Congress. As the majority, they can pass an increase in the U.S. federal debt limit as part of their budget without a single Republican vote. In other words, they don't need Republicans. They could do it today. Yet Democrats are insisting that Republicans provide votes to give them political cover in raising that limit. That's the bottom line on the latest political theater unfolding in Washington over raising the statutory debt limit. The Treasury's playing with the usual perils. Oh, we're not going to be able to pay for this. It's unconscionable. How do we do this? Yet, here's Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer right there. They're like, this is Republicans. It's Trump debt. Yeah, we signed off on it, but we want the limit to go up, and now they don't, and we're not going to be able to pay our bills. Republicans are holding us back, and there are people sitting back and going, hold on a second. You got the White House, and you've got the House and the Senate. You could do this today. You don't need a single Republican vote. You've got this. So why don't you do this? They don't do it because politics. It's like a joke. That's what they think. That this is all a joke. And it's no joke. 239-479-5592. All right, we should go to break. I ran long on some stuff. All right. Listen, when we come back, top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35. We'll do that. And yes, we will be talking about this coming up. I know I've teased it a bunch of times. Project Veritas has this video featuring HHS staff denouncing the COVID-19 vaccine, and Facebook decided to take it down. Well, shouldn't we have all the information about anything and everything that has to do with the vid and vaccines and therapies and the like? And why would they take it down? But they did. All right, we'll talk about that coming up. Stay break 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right
Schedule your free estimate today and get $50 off pest control by going to trulynolan.com or call us at 800-GO-TRULY.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with Grace, a Tri-Found company, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
In business, it's never just another day. Every day is the day. They could bring your biggest order yet, or a new cyber threat. Whatever the day holds, with Comcast Business, you'll be prepared. With a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Comcast Business Security Edge to help protect your connected devices, and a dedicated team available 24/7. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a fast and reliable internet and voice solution for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Or ask about our best deal on a gig speed bundle with a $500 prepaid card. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more. Offer requires enrollment in paperless billing and autopay through My Account. Ends 10/3/21. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 35 megabits per second internet and one voice line. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change.
Well, is the little pill working yet?
Men, these days could be a thing of the past. Hello, this is Dr. Lou Spangler at Neogenics. Recent advances in non-surgical treatment for erectile dysfunction, combining high-frequency shockwave therapy with the P-shot, which utilizes platelet-rich plasma, can help restore your virility. These treatments help restore blood flow to the penis and rejuvenate penile tissues, resulting in longer, stronger, firmer, more satisfying erections. Both treatments are simple, in-office procedures, and there is no pain and no downtime. You can resume all normal activities immediately after treatment, including sexual activity. Men, you don't have to suffer anymore. If you have erectile dysfunction or simply want to improve your sexual function, call Neogenics at 239-277-9999 for a free consultation. That's Neogenics at 277-9999. Again, 277-9999.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you in your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
Expelling Haitian migrants camped out in a small Texas border town, but some reports say otherwise.
The AP quotes one official as saying some Haitian migrants in Texas have been released into the U.S. with notices to appear at an immigration office in 60 days. Another said large numbers of Haitians were being processed under immigration laws. That comes despite the Biden administration's claims that they would face immediate expulsion.
Fox's Jill Nato. Former President Trump is suing his estranged niece and the New York Times over a 2018 story about his family's wealth and tax practices, partly based on confidential documents provided to reporters by Mary Trump, who's accused of breaching a settlement agreement. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. Heading out right now through Immokalee Road. We're seeing major delays right now between Logan Boulevard and I-75, even heading toward Livingston Road. Slowdowns on Airport Pulling Road south from Immokalee all the way through Pine Ridge Road. Pine Ridge is busy and backed up from 41 to 75, basically. And 75 itself slowing down south of Alico Road in Lee County because of a crash in the median. Mile marker 125, 126, so a couple miles south of that Alico exit. Just watch for some delays. You can avoid it by taking Three Oaks Parkway. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the work week, and we continue on with a wet weather pattern. A few showers will remain possible as we head throughout this morning, but more scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon, capable of producing some heavy rain and the potential to see some additional localized flooding. Highs today topping off in the upper 80s, lower 90s across the area. We'll keep with a few showers as we head into this evening, and even Thursday morning could feature a few areas of rain across the coast with more scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon and a high of 90 degrees. We keep with that chance for scattered storms into Friday in the upcoming weekend. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
When you call Conditioned Air, your comfort becomes our main priority. We put customer relationships first, and our team is committed to earning your trust and exceeding your expectations. You can count on us for straightforward answers and smart solutions. This is why our employees receive bonuses based on compliments from customers, not on sales goals. Your comfort comes first, and that's why we've been Southwest Florida's comfort people since 1962. Call the Conditioned Air team today at 1-888-COLD-AIR or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
I'm Dave Spano, President and CEO of Annex Wealth Management. We've worked hard to build an in-house team of experts and specialists, such as lawyers, CPAs, CFPs, and even PhDs, who work to deliver a customized financial plan for you. Planning with Annex starts by considering your ideas. Then we create a blueprint that includes not just your investment plan, but also your tax and estate plans. 2021 is slipping away, and you've seen headlines about inflation and potential tax changes. If you haven't reviewed your investment and retirement plan or considered the impact of new taxes, it's time. End of year planning should start now. Get started on creating or getting a second set of eyes on your plan with the team at Annex Wealth Management. Go to annexwealth.com, set your own appointment, and a member of the Annex team can talk to you about where you are and how we can help. Know the difference. One team, one plan, one fee. Annex Wealth Management.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching the program. Hey, if you're trying to figure out why Drew's College of Political Knowledge is Elon Musk's favorite radio show, portion of this show, and why he's a fan of it, and how I know it, you may be saying, well, what are you even talking about? Well, you'll get to hear it for yourself. All right, so that's going to be coming up. Right now, time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. It's 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
Over the last 8 months, I prioritized rebuilding our alliances, revitalizing our partnerships, and recognizing they're essential and central to America's enduring security and prosperity.
That was the president of the United States at the UN yesterday, who was talking about his priority for these past months have been this, strengthening relations with people like France. And France was staring at him like, we're in the room. Like, can I play that again?
Over the last 8 months, I prioritized rebuilding our alliances.
Rebuilding our alliances. And France is sitting there going, wait a minute. We pulled the U.S. ambassador out, the French ambassador out of the U.S. We're not exactly happy with you right now. You're telling the world, the UN, that you're spending time rebuilding alliances? We're in the room.
Number 4.
How many of the people talking to you for this book are trying to rehabilitate their own image by saying, I always thought it was bad, I pushed back?
Some, yes, no question about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the one courageous person who did something was General Milley. He said, I am going to...
Okay, that is disturbing in and of itself. That is Bob Woodward on his perception of Trump being erratic and, being on Colbert's show last night and, of course, trying to sell a book. And we know all about what General Milley did and admitted to doing. And there he is saying that the one courageous person who did something was General Milley. It's really I didn't know committing almost a coup and treason was courageous. How does that work? Maybe I missed something here. It's
Number 3.
I have never yet met a single Haitian in a year of interviewing Haitians who are coming to the border who are actually from Haiti. None of these people are from Haiti. Not one of them are from Haiti. They're living in Chile and Brazil for years and years in prosperity, with jobs, with resident status, with work authorization. And they were waiting out the Trump administration, and they tell me that, until the Biden administration came in and they perceived that the border was open because it was. They were, receiving selfies and all the rest. So then they came.
What? So that's Todd Bensman, Senior National Security Fellow at the Center for Immigration Studies, on Newsmax yesterday, saying that nobody bothered to do what I did. I talked to these Haitians that are there, the 14,000 plus in Del Rio, Texas. They're not from Haiti. They live in Chile and other places, and they've been there for years, waiting for the moment when an administration would come in and say, borders open, come on up. And they found it in Joe Biden. And so they've made their way from these countries to the southern border. So they went from Haiti to Chile and other places, living there for years. A pretty good life, seeing all kinds of opportunities and then looking for the next opportunity, economic opportunity in the United States. As soon as they learned Biden to let the border down, it's like, let's go. Did anybody even bother to do any searching about that? Does it make sense now why there are, out of the 327, only 327 being deported, put on planes heading back to Haiti, this quote-unquote repatriation? They don't want to go. They don't want to go because they don't live there anymore. They haven't lived there. Anybody talking about this?
Number 2.
The United States will champion the democratic values that go to the very heart of who we are as a nation and a people. Freedom, equality, opportunity, and a belief in the universal rights of all people. It's stamped into our DNA as a nation, and critically, it's stamped into the DNA of this institution, the United States.
The institution that he was speaking of was the United Nations. That's Joe Biden calling the United Nations the United States. It's just a little blip on a map. It's nothing. Joe Biden's absolutely fine. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Number 1.
The government doesn't want to show that the darn vaccine is full of shit. All this is bullshit. Let's see. Probably bulk or died due to the vaccine. Right. But now they're not going to blame the vaccine because they want to shove it under the mat.
Why are you choosing to blow the whistle? Are you afraid they're going to retaliate against you?
Yeah. I'm a federal employee. What other federal employees do you see coming out?
But you put your faith in God.
Amen.
That is audio from the undercover Project Veritas video featuring HHS staff denouncing the COVID vaccine. You heard some of the language that was used in their concern, a bombshell undercover video featuring doctors and nurses from Health and Human Services talking about their doubts about the vaccine, how it could potentially be causing more harm than good, but there's more.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Not long afterward, Facebook and Instagram took it down. They would not allow it to be up there. Your post goes against our community standards. And they didn't elaborate except to say that it could cause physical harm. How? Again, the HHS doctors at Phoenix Indian Medical Center saying they're concerned about what has been happening with patients there in the hospital. And the video taken down, I mean, a lot of people were buzzing about it yesterday. And there's going to be more from Project Veritas. And what they're trying to expose is, again, certain information not getting out to people about a lot of different things. I mean, it's not just the vid. I mean, in this case, it's about the vaccines and questions that people have, and it's okay to ask questions, and a medical community that should be open with some of the issues and the problems that are out there and explain them clearly and succinctly as to what they are and the problems that are happening and why they are happening, and these are real, that's not imagined. And this idea that somehow that there are people that are the arbiters of what you are allowed to learn and not allowed to learn, what you're allowed to know and not allowed to know. And sometimes it's about issues like this particularly, and sometimes it's issues of the culture. That's why, as I talked about earlier, and bringing up the event that I'm going to be emceeing on Saturday from 9 to noon at Sunshine Community Youth Complex in Fort Myers off Palm Beach Boulevard, talking about navigating today's gender issues. A lot of people are confused about what is going on with gender confusion, gender dysphoria, the transgender bathroom issue here in Southwest Florida that recently popped up, and maybe just don't have enough information on what is going on with gender confusion. There's going to be doctors at this event. There are going to be a lot of individuals that will give you information that you may not have access to because certain places will not allow you to hear anything about this because there's an agenda out there. And it's not about giving you all the information that is available on things that you don't know about, but you want to get information. But it's about shutting all of that down because what they want is what they will get. That you will conform, and that's all you can do. You're not allowed to question anything. You can't question Dr. Fauci. You can't question this administration. You can't question a culture that talks to you about gender issues as if, it's birthing people. That's just the way it is. And you don't have any right to even talk about anything else. That's the reality. It's not. It's not the reality. We all know it. You know it. And we're tired of being bullied, and we're not going to be bullied by people. It's information. And again, I would encourage you, if you want to get more information about navigating today's gender issues, you just don't know, you're not sure what's happening, you just want to hear from experts, people that know and understand what's going on without being shut down. Saturday from 9 to noon, I'll be emceeing this You can go to operation-millstone.org if you want to get more information. But again, this is just going to be something that there's going to be a lot more of, where there are going to be events where there's going to be information that you may not get from any place else. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. This is not about hate. It's not about hate. It's about the fact that these are the places that you have to go to get the information, to be informed about what is happening and sides of issues that you won't hear from people, because just like Facebook would shut down Project Veritas and not allow for something to be said by doctors because they have an agenda, just like big tech will shut down a lot of conservative voices because they have an agenda. Well, that's going to have to stop, and it's going to be up to us to be able to get the information out to people. And so I would encourage you to be at that event for that particularly, and others that are coming up as well. All right, let's take a break right now, because when we come back, there are a lot of people that are texting right now and saying, what's going on with this Elon Musk thing? Are you telling me that Elon Musk said something specifically with regards to this program you're listening to right now in Drew's College? Is that right? Well, you'll hear for yourself coming up. All right, stay break, 92.5 Fox News, right all along. Let's find out what the remainder of our traffic looks like right now with Wink News meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Well, happy Wednesday. Look out for a few showers throughout this morning closer to the coast, but otherwise our main chance for storms will once again be in the afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures nearing 89 degrees for today. We keep with a few showers lingering into later this evening. Otherwise, Thursday could also feature a few showers in the morning with more scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Sales desk, this is Marty.
Hey, Marty, it's time to get paid.
Paid for what?
Paid for your trade.
Okay.
Victory Lane Chevrolet is paying over book value for trades, and Florida drivers are cashing in.
They're paying over book value for trades. I get it, okay.
Correctamundo, Marty. Used car values are worth more than ever. It really is the best time to trade.
Why would I pay over book value? Tell me that.
Well, why do you overcharge customers for new Chevys?
I don't overcharge.
Okay. Enjoy your new Silverado, ma'am. Get paid for your trade at Victory Lane Chevrolet and get over book value for your trade. Plus, during truck month, receive a $1,000 accessory cash allowance with your new truck. Victory Lane Chevrolet on the corner of Fowler and Winkler. Find new roads. Online, victorylanechevrolet.com.
All rebates to dealer offers do not combine. $1,000 cash accessory is for GM parts only. Expires 9/30/21.
Lasting joint pain relief without surgery, without drugs, without downtime. It's here now. Regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. Biologic therapies. This is the most exciting medical development in years, and it's now available here. Hey, it's Drew Steele here to tell you about these remarkable regenerative treatments that encourage your own body to help heal the damaged tissue in your joints. If you've been struggling with knee, back, shoulder, or hip pain, arthritis pain of any kind, you need to check out the exciting natural alternative that can get your life back. Restorative biologic therapies go to work healing the source of the pain and provide long-lasting results. Think about it. Treatments for chronic joint pain with no drugs, no steroids, no downtime, and no surgery. Call now for a free consultation and learn more about the regenerative options available to help you get pain-free. QC Kinetics. Call now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN.
For eligible individuals 18 or older only. Not available in Oregon or West Virginia. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With hearing aids from Lively, everything is done remotely in the comfort of your home, from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. So much better. With Lively, you get premium Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids at thousands less than you'd might expect. The best hearing aid technology is now affordable and convenient. Your hearing aids are sent right to your door. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week. No charge. Ah, you people at Lively are wonderful. With Lively hearing aids, you get free shipping, 3 years of follow-up care included free, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage. You can't lose. I hear better than I ever thought possible. Now get $100 off your hearing aids when you go to listenlively.com/radio. That's listenlively.com/radio. listenlively.com/radio.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, a lot of people are asking this whole thing about Elon Musk. How do I know that Elon Musk likes this program? Maybe even Drew's College? Because if you were listening earlier, you heard we got a call from the President of the United States, Joe Biden, and he came on the program, and I asked him about this little feud. I guess Elon Musk dissed him on Twitter because of the refusal of the White House to acknowledge the success of SpaceX and the civilian crew and coming safely back to Earth. And they even raised money for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And I asked the president, Joe Biden, like, aren't you at least going to congratulate Elon Musk?
Sure I am. That's a nice accomplishment. You know, I'm going to tell him how incredibly proud I am of him and all the brave, civilized people who went up in the safe sex rocket of his.
SpaceX, sir.
Yeah,
SpaceX.
you know the thing.
Yeah.
You know, I heard their budget for the space launch is more bloated than Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's yam bag.
All right.
It's okay because eHarmony, he has the money to do it.
All right. It's Elon, not Elon. You're gonna.
That's sad, man.
Wait, hold on a second.
Is there everyone here?
Wait, hold on. Jake is telling me. All right, you're not gonna believe this, but ladies and gentlemen, is this right? On the other line here, we have. Is this Elon Musk? Good morning, Elon.
Yes. Good morning. It's a distinct honor and pleasure to be with you. Really is.
Thanks,
Drew. I wanted you to know that I listen to the show quite frequently.
Oh, good.
And, many times I've attempted to call in to play Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
Yeah.
Really have.
Awesome.
But it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
But I've never gotten through with all the people calling.
Yeah,
it's pretty busy.
It is, sir. Yeah, it is. It's a popular feature we have here, sir. You're right.
The good news is I've created an algorithm to deal with the problem specifically.
So Elon Musk has created an algorithm so that he can get through to Drew's College of Political Knowledge. Really?
Yes. So my scientists from SpaceX and Tesla Labs will analyze all of your fiber optic network traffic over the past 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
6 months. And then they will identify the people who've played Drew's College of Political Knowledge more than once.
Okay.
More than once. And we're going to launch them into space.
No, wait a minute. That's a little harsh.
That will give me an opportunity to play.
No, but that's a little harsh, sir. I mean, by the way, okay. Hey, listen, we've got the President of the United States, Joe Biden, on the line. So maybe
I'm just standing here on hold, man.
All right, hold on a second. Do you want to say something to the President, Elon Musk?
Yes. Well, the reason I called in, besides trying to play the game, was I thought I would call in and personally issue a sincere apology to President Biden for my unruly outburst on social media. I was out of line, and I just finished off a brand new hydroponic strain of, if I'm not mistaken, sativa that was a gift from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan gave it to me. Kryptonite Crunch, I believe. Kryptonite Crunch. Jake maybe heard of it before.
Yeah,
sure.
Probably.
But after the bong was empty, it was gravity bong.
Okay.
I began crying and tweeting very mean things, and got out of hand. And I'm very sorry.
Okay.
Very sorry, Mr.
All right.
Oh, you know what, Enron? It's like I always say, you got to let bygonads be bygonads.
All right. Bygones, sir. Come on now.
I knew what you meant.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President, I think.
Okay.
Boy, you and my son would really hit it off. But my son Hunter, you could get stoned with him and then buy all his crappy artwork.
All right, gentlemen. That's it. That's all the time we have. I hear the music. We got to go. Goodbye.
Live long and prosper.
Okay. Thank you, Elon Musk.
What do you know? It's Jello time for Grandpa Joe, man. I got to go.
Okay. All right. Go get the Jello. Wow. All right. How about that? Elon Musk and the president of these United States. I don't know what's a gravity. Do I even want to know what the?
That's not important.
No, it's not at all. I'm a little discouraged that he referenced you and knowing what all of that meant.
We play Call of Duty together with Starlink internet. It's coming out of beta next month.
All right, we don't want to talk about that. It is?
It sure is.
Okay. All right, 239-479-5592. Listen, Glenn Beck is next. We hope you have a fantastic day. Keeping an eye on some of the stories for tomorrow. We'll follow up a little bit more. I know there's going to be another release from from Project Veritas. So we're going to find out more about what's going on there and the taking down of their video with the HHS staff, their concerns about the vaccine. So we'll have that coming up. Yeah, the 10 for the big guy. Apparently, Politico has confirmed that Hunter Biden's China-Ukraine emails are legit. Oh, nice of you to say that now. It's almost as if somebody else is going to put the information out and you wanted to get ahead of the story. Kind of, yeah. So the 10 for the big guy seems to be the real deal. And by the way, if you didn't hear Kash Patel talking about not only the Durham investigation, but also what was going on with General Milley. And, you know, these comments by Bob Woodward and, the courageous General Milley. Yeah, Kash Patel might have something else to say about that, especially the chain of command that I'm not sure that people understand. And how the Joint Chiefs is not in that chain of command. As far as, you know, nuclear and nuclear codes and launching nuclear weapons and, yeah. So we'll get into that, too.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.